Okay, I got you, Patriot. Yeah, I already got a few people in the background here. We've been up to no good. Actually, we've been watching movies.
Hey, what's up? Backwoods.
Dude, that movie, The Hunt, was pretty kick-ass, huh?
Yeah, it was.
All
I gotta go walk Flint again. Shut up, Flint.
right, all right.
Damn dog. Come on. No,
Yeah, that's the third time. Dude, you've been home for like 3 hours, and that's the third time you've had to freaking take him for a walk. What the hell?
I just let him outside, man, but then he just likes to roll in the grass and he just chills out because my yard is so huge now, and he's got so much room. So he just sits out.
Time to build him a dog run. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
What's up, Sally? Dice Man, Griswold, Gia, everybody, Backwoods. Check your email, brother, if you want to come up here. Yeah, don't start crying in your drink, though.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Yeah, mine taught me to be an outlaw. Actually, no, she taught me to be a good man, but unfortunately, the government doesn't agree with my upbringing.
Right. Interesting.
But fuck them.
Mm-hmm. I think she did a fine job.
Yeah, she did all right.
Yeah, you're all right. I've had better.
For a single mother, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
She did marry some peaches of fucking shit for a fucking husband. So.
No doubt.
I mean, my first dad, dude, good guy. Taught me how to sail. Brought me out there every month brought me out every year for a month. Taught me all kinds of shit. Took me up and down the coast. Got to visit the Mount Vernon, where Washington lived. Got to see the White House. I got to tour the White House. And so I saw the Smithsonian, the Lincoln Memorial, Washington Memorial. We didn't go any further than Maryland, though. We stopped at Maryland. I guess my dad didn't want to go up to New York.
Well, it's really pretty if you stay on this.
I don't know. Hey, good morning, Phoenix. Or evening, whatever. What's up, Nacho? Nostradamus. What's up, Barefoot? Dietary. Well, we're getting the normal gang back in here.
I love the normal gang.
Hey, Matthew.
Hi, Blaine.
Blaine's in here? Where is that son of a bitch?
I just saw him. Yeah.
What's going on, Blaine? What's up, John?
That's why we're here, Bug.
Hold on, let me do this. Yeah, because of those damn trolls, I have to get my my panel the hard way.
Right.
They haven't been coming around though lately, which is kind of nice. Doesn't mean they won't though.
You know,
I don't know. I've been up for like 12 hours now, running on a couple a Subway sandwich, a cup of coffee, or about a 6-pack of beer and a cup of coffee.
There you go.
It'll be an interesting night.
Yeah, I think they slowed down quite a bit.
Hey, Maria. Well, I knew there was no way I'd be able to keep going if I didn't get some caffeine. I might have to fucking have another cup here in a minute.
Yeah. Zach. Welcome back, Hutch. Okay, is that me? I'm gonna mute and see if that's me.
Hutch, do you wanna come in the chat? Hold on, I'll send you the link. Wait, no. I'm gonna send it to your channel.
I can send it to him.
Well, I got both,
Okay.
but hey, what's up, Tennessee? Daddy's home. Okay. Hey, by the way, happy Father's Day before I forget to all of the dads out there. From one dad to another. You know what? Because of us, liberty will stay alive. I just wish they would be a little bit more, not patriotic. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. I think they're a little bit more liberal than I would like, but not to the point where they're like brainwashed or anything. They're just, they're kids. They don't want to have to deal with politics.
Right.
My son, he's 20, and at this point, he probably, and I'll bring it up. Sometimes I'll bring up a topic and see if he's even heard anything about it, like the oil pipeline. He had no freaking clue this thing went down. I was like, you didn't notice the gas prices going up? He's like, no, I noticed that. And I was like, well, now you know why. Maybe you should try paying attention to the news every once in a blue moon. Or at least ask me. No, it is kind of nice, though, because he comes home and he tells me about his day. Like I told you yesterday, he was at that house where they had so much fucking money. They had 2 pet monkeys. And he had the video recording to prove it. And I'm like, pet monkeys in the middle of a desert. Yeah. Okay, whatever. I guess if you got enough money, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
And then today he said he had another huge job. The people had they had their main house and then like 3 other smaller houses in the back. And they had to run conduit pretty much from the main unit to 3 smaller units, which powered each house. He said it was a long ass job. That's good. That's good practice, though. Good experience, man. I'm not that good at electricity or electric, but I'd kick his ass at carpentry, though.
Right.
Hey, Anna. Just like Hutch would kick my ass at growing. Him and Patriot. And you, Virginia. You'd kick my ass at growing, too. Then again, I mean, I could grow cactus like a son of a bitch, man. I'm like fucking Snoopy's uncle or cousin from the desert, Spike.
Right.
You know what I mean? With tumbleweeds and shit, dude. Yeah, dude. I live in Tumbleweed, Arizona desert. Yes. We get tumbleweeds every time the wind blows. You see one rolling across the street. It's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm an
And
expert at growing bushes.
Yes.
No tumbleweeds, though.
well, I hope not all bushes.
Yeah, we'll keep that mum.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Yes. Hold on one
Hey,
second. Right, discipline my
backwoods. I don't know if you were around the other so like 2 or 3 nights ago when I was talking about that article, the new article. Apparently, cattle rustling has come back to Arizona in a huge way. They've been deregulating all this stuff to the point where now even if you brand them, you can double brand them, or but they don't even really look, is what the article said. They like, oh, you got these cattle, okay, whatever. And I was like, well, why don't the ranchers, maybe get a couple more guys, or at least do it in shifts where you always have at least 2 or 3 guys out there, and they can sound an alarm, and then they can start shooting at the rustlers. And hey, somebody gets shot in the process. It's the Wild West, man. You want to rustle cows? Hey, that's a hanging offense. Might as well just shoot them while they're on your property trying to steal your fucking property. It leaves a lot less of a mess, and I'm pretty much sure the sheriffs out here are going to be like, oh, he was trying to steal your cattle? You shot him instead of hanging him? Okay. I don't know. We'll see. When that starts happening, I bet you'll see the rustling go way down.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Hello, everyone that came in. It's time consuming to type every name. I don't want to miss anyone. Everyone that came in, hello.
I know. I try and catch them as they come in.
Yeah.
All right, Tally. Don't let me down. I just tossed you a wrench. Now, the main reason you got a wrench is not so you can just block anybody that comes in, but if we get like a troll raid or anything like that, when you see anything offensive like racist, sexist, anything that you think I would deem rude. Oh, shit. Backwoods, hold on. What the hell? He was just in here. I might have missed him because I was on that rant.
Right.
But that is interesting that we're getting cattle rustling back. Isn't that freaking odd?
It kind of is, yeah.
Watch, they'll all be like, oh, we need more government. We need more government.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up? I seen him look down, so I clicked off real quick.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I apologize.
What?
How you doing, brother?
Hutch, get some dang clothes on and
Get your ass up here.
on the live stream. Golly.
Yep.
I sent him the link. He's got no excuse.
Put some shoes on.
Hey, Foamy.
Hey, phone.
What's up?
I say Foamy.
Much.
It's like European Foamy. Hey, what's up, Spike? Hey, Forest Monster.
Zach. I think Nachos is a troll.
Yeah, he kind of is, but he's not that kind of troll. He's kind of like a troll like you and Ghost.
What's up, prepper nerd? I think he's a troll.
Hey,
Hutch, I don't care if you're sensitive or not. Dude, Get some clothes on. Yeah, we're not asking you to put socks on, okay? So it's not like it's, you know. I'm just saying. I mean, we're not asking you to put socks on. Just at least a shirt and, you know, some type of covering down here, just in case, you know, your bone slips or whatever. We don't want to see no stuff down there. So just put a little clothes on and come on up here.
Oh damn! Up in here like that.
Okay. All right. You want to go there? Go check your email, bro. What's up, Johnny?
Oh,
Hey, happy Father's Day, Johnny.
he dared you, Ghost. Oh,
Hey, Patriot, did you ever check out that movie called The Hunt? It's the one, it's kind of like one of the Purge movies, except it's liberals killing off deplorables, as they called them in the movie.
oh yeah.
Do you remember seeing it?
That's a science fiction movie. At least it's anyway.
You were watching it earlier, and then, yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Dangerous Freedom, don't lie. It scared you and like you felt inferior when you watched it and it scared you and you were probably you peed yourself a little, didn't you?
No, I was just actually really proud of the chick.
Why she got to be a chick? She was a grown ass.
Let's just say the liberals picked the wrong chick to pick on. Big time wrong chick.
Hey, I want to do a shameless plug. Can I do a shameless plug?
All right.
Mayhem Studios. If you guys want a logo or a like a little intro or whatever, you can do it on StreamYard too. You can add your, you know, the little intro to the StreamYard just before you start your stream or as you're starting it. But anyway, just want to do that shameless plug. Mayhem Studios, he'll fix you up.
Hey, quick shameless plug.
That's funny.
Gee.
Okay.
Hey, just don't chew on it, okay?
I ain't one of your rabbits there, backwoods.
You know what? Maybe one of these days I will come up and just maybe I'll just have a dream or something about this is how I want my intro. I mean, like Arkansas Living has his little hillbilly intro. I fucking love that, by the way. But you know, it's like I thought that might be pretty cool.
Oh wow!
Oh, hey, Patriot, check this out.
What?
They took down John's channel, the main channel, Prepared Mind.
Well, I seen he had a bunch of I seen he had a bunch of stuff. Like he posted, it was like 9 videos or 10 videos in a row. Did y'all see that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was on when I was looking through. I was like, God dang, man! It was like, you know, when you're scrolling through your subscriptions on a computer, you know, it shows you a bunch of them, bunch of the videos that people's released. And so I start scrolling down through there, and it was like 2 rows of it was all Prepared Mind videos. And I was like,
no, I guess they took it down this morning or yesterday morning, whichever.
Right.
Yeah, dude, 76,000 followers. Boom, gone, just like that.
You know why?
For something that he did fucking months and months ago.
No, because he got more views than Biden did, and Biden's jealous.
That might be the case. You know, I'll guarantee you one person that gets more views than Biden, Salty Cracker. That son of a bitch has like 5, 6, 7,000. And the only other guy that beats him is like Steven Crowder in the morning. Sometimes I'll be up and I'll turn him on. And there's like 27,000 people watching him. I'm like, wow, shit. I guess that's what happens when you get 1 million or 2 million fucking followers.
My buddy from California.
Hey, what's up, Hawk?
He's law enforcement. He does stuff on YouTube. His name, he goes by the channel name Tal Flatermouse.
Oh, yeah,
3
yeah.
million.
Dude, yeah, where he tests out mostly the shotgun rounds. Yeah.
Yep. 3 million views. I mean,
Yeah.
not 3 million views, 3 million subscribers.
Yeah, he's got a ton of them too. Hey, Hawk, you feel up for coming on the panel, or you just want to sit back and just watch?
Hawk ain't got nothing to say.
He's always got something to say. I hope he's feeling better, though, man. He's been under the weather on and off for a while now.
Yeah, I seen that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I've been praying for Hawk too.
Amen.
And Moose Man. Well,
What?
I pray for all of y'all.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Moose Man? Oh, no, he's going through some shit. He's battling cancer.
Dangerous.
Hmm.
Listen, I don't mind being under Virginia, but I can't stand and spooned up next to these two jokers here.
Right? What do we do?
I'm like sandwiched in between these punks, but I don't mind to be under Virginia, but you know.
I
All
know
right.
that Zachary likes to be a bottom, so.
Yeah, well, Zachary likes it any way he can get it.
That's true.
Yeah, but
Like, there we go. Now,
Wait, what are you doing?
Yep. He
Now
put
you're not-
Leafy in the corner.
He's
Oh,
trolling you, Backwoods. That's what he's doing.
there you go. Okay, you said you don't mind being,
yeah.
and now
Yep.
you're only next to this joker. I think you got it.
Yeah, but now I can. Hey,
Yeah, Hawk. Check your email, brother. I sent it to your Hawk one.
yeah, but
Just check your emails. You'll find the link.
when you put me next to
Hey,
Zachary,
left nut. Hey, right nut. Look at the penis in between.
Oh shit! Oh, Johnny, you're already out of here. All right, brother. Hopefully, I'll catch you tomorrow. Wait, hold on. That's the way they became the dangerous bunch. Oh man.
I was thinking that you put me next to Zachary. He puts that finger up in there all the time, man, and he puts it over there close to me, and I can smell something stinky when he puts that finger up, man. It kind of smells like ass, but I don't know.
Hey, Backwoods. That's your upper lip, brother.
Huh?
That's your upper lip.
No, it ain't mine.
Good morning, Hawk.
Good morning.
Hey, Hawk.
Well, it's still nighttime for me. It's only 10:22.
I'm at the
Yeah,
same
the
time.
same here.
Yep.
I just missed.
You got started early tonight.
Yeah, actually, me and some of the crew were me and Virginia were watching. We watched that movie, the Hunt, the one where it was the liberals hunting down
Oh yeah.
the Trumpsters. So we watched that, and then we watched some other flick, Devil's Island, which God I had to drink like a cup of coffee just to stay awake through the fucking thing. But
Yeah, Navy vet. That's right. A dick does have a sad life. His closest neighbor is his two closest neighbors are nuts, and his best friend is an asshole.
And he gets beat all the time.
He gets beat all the time, and you know what? His other best friend is a complete pussy.
we're starting off early tonight, folks.
Yeah.
That's a good one right there.
I thought we weren't supposed to talk like that until after 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Wait, there's an actual time limit on it? Nobody told me.
No.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was sitting at the computer. I was debating, am I going to do a live tonight? And then I said, do I want to work? And I was like, no, I don't want to work tonight. I'll just go over and pop on Dangerouses and see what's going on there. I've watched so much freaking information over the last few days. It exhausts my brain.
Oh man,
Yeah.
dude,
Yes.
I get you.
Yeah. And it's yeah, so I'm gonna do one tomorrow night. I'm gonna start a little bit early and do a focused. I need to get my focus back in focus, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I tend not to get into a lot of like the COVID issues, and I mean, I am just like, dude, like seriously, so sick of hearing that fucking term.
I stay away from it because of the fact that I'm not a fucking doctor. You know what I mean? Now, I do know the effects of cannabis and illnesses.
Yeah.
And what they're capable of doing to alter the person's life, giving, thus enabling the person to have their life back, But when it comes,
kind of like a pistol brace. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's I'm that guy that's like down at the old apothecary that has all the spices hanging on the fucking walls and saying, okay, well, you need to do some garlic, you need to do a little ginseng, kind of thing, but it's on the cannabis side, things that I know that work for things are things that I will stand by and I'll talk about.
Yeah.
But things like the jab and all that stuff, I'm not going to get it.
No,
it's yeah. Oh hell, yeah. That means I can never see people again. Okay, fine. I'm a fucking hermit, anyways.
No shit.
It's
hey,
like,
you know what? I'll come be your hermit. I'll live right next door.
Yeah,
I'm a hermit too. Yeah.
No, see, shit like what the ATF is trying to pull. I mean, that's the kind of national news that bothers me. Even though I know I live in a sanctuary state for the Second Amendment, I'm still, it makes me think. It's like, well, I mean, I don't have, like an AR pistol, so maybe I shouldn't worry. But at the same time, we already saw what they did to the bump stocks, although that one is up in the air now because you had another Supreme Court freaking saying, no, it's totally legit. You cannot fucking ban these. So we're going to have to wait, see how that plays out. But that bothers me more than like any of the vaccine crap or any of that.
I know I ain't a Supreme Court justice, but if I were, I'm going to point out to you exactly what my judgment would be on any bill, anytime, that does anything with any kind of arms. And that is no, and fuck no. Okay? And that's going to be plain and simple. If I was ever put on the Supreme Court, it'd be this quick. All I'd say is, does it have anything to do with arms? If it does,
well,
that's not a law.
That's part of what needs to go on. Is we need to go back to the original Constitution and go based upon, the beliefs and the morals that the country was founded on. Now, the thing is that we've drifted so fucking far away from that, and these lawyers have people who've been, okay.
No, I think
how many of these people in the Senate, studied the law and shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, so they go in to manipulate intentionally.
Hawk, for every law they pass strips another piece of our freedom.
Yep.
So what I would do is I would burn down the law libraries. You know what? I would disband the ATF completely.
Yep.
I'd make it a damn convenience store, and I'd put one on every other corner. because that motherfucker would be making sales. Anyways, yeah, so get rid of the NFA, the GCA, give everybody their guns back, their right to keep and bear. We'll see crime start to fall because I know in Arizona, yeah, we do get crime, but usually, when like the other day when that guy drove around shooting, just random fucking vehicles, I mean, he was mentally off.
Well, I got a question for you about this Arizona. What's the deal with them moving the ballot thing or the
When they moved it, the one to Montana, yeah.
Montana?
I have no idea, other than the fact that maybe they were afraid that the Democrats here would try and come in and pull some shady shit in the middle of the night. So
I heard that the National Guard was called out.
Or maybe Montana wants to do their own audit, so they sent them some of the machines, and it's like, okay, this is what we found on this machine. Now you know what to look for in your machines, and if you find it, then you send it to Atlanta, and then from Atlanta, we'll send it to whoever wants one. I mean, freaking, if we can actually trace the hack back, because we know this election was hacked, it was robbed. But still, I mean, if we could prove it, who knows? I mean, more and more people are waking up every day.
Need to get rid of mail-in voting completely. Oregon was the first state to get it, and it should. And before, the year before, the mail-in voting came out. This state was Republican, and now all of a sudden it's Democrat. And I'll tell you, only 70 miles away from me, we got cops walking off the job, walking off the riot lines. The riot cops all resigned today, all of them, all 50 of them.
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah, the entire SWAT team.
So
what Nerd just said actually makes sense to me. Not to cut across you, brother, but I'm just saying before it's gone. Y'all might want to catch that.
This is true, Hutch. But dude, I still feel this is valuable. I know we live in different states and we share a lot of the same mindsets, but it is interesting when we come up like shit, I mean, yeah, there's a few people that get pretty opinionated sometimes. I try not to, but I make no promises, because even I go off on rants, and I think most of you see me. I try and mute myself at least, but yeah, some things just really piss me off.
Yeah. It's moving really slowly, but in my opinion, nothing is going to change anything no matter what they find. I think that we are where we are, and that's where we're going to be. And the only hope really is that people will see with evidence to understand more clearly what we're working against. Other than that, carry on with life. This is what it is.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. I mean, honestly, I'm like with Patriot and Hawk on this. No more mail-in ballots.
Yep.
Right.
That has to end. I mean, I can understand if you're like in the military serving overseas or something like that, but that like it's got to be limited. And I mean, like, seriously, you got to make sure that you put your thumbprint or fingerprint on that fucking ballot if you're shipping it from a different state or something.
Yeah.
I'd say no more electronic ballots. Let's do it all old-fashioned.
Yep. You go in, you show your ID, they write down your name, and then you sign your name and sign your name underneath it. They keep your ID. You get a ballot. You go in, you fill it out. put it in the drop box, which is locked, and then you walk back, get your ID. They give you the I voted sticker, and boom. And you know what? Trump fucking won. He beat their algorithm back then.
Yeah.
But then again, they everybody thought Hillary had it in the baggie. Fucking CNN thought they had it. MSN, hell, probably Hillary thought she had it. But it's like, you know, she goes to a freaking rally and she gets like, what, I don't know, maybe 100 people, and most of them are either freaking reporters or paid or donors. And then you got Trump that shows up and they can't even fit all the people inside the fucking stadium. I mean, come on now.
Oh, I knew she was going to lose when she went down to Mexico and made that comment about, you know, if she got into office, then the American public would be disarmed within 30 days.
The thing is, to me, is that if our system was actually sound, then any of these forms of identification would be valid. IDs, thumbprints, etc. I don't think it has to be one or funneled into one idea. If the system was sound from the start, we'd be singing the correct tune right now. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, back in 2016, I mean, like we literally had like a voting spot at least every 2 to 5 miles. So you never had to drive all that far to go vote. I mean, churches were doing it. Other little businesses were doing it. You know, so it's like just hand count them at that point. You know, you get freaking, okay, maybe you pull in 20 or 30 people. You guys sit there and count. All right, who voted for what? Now, granted, they do have machines, if I recall, that are not plugged into the internet. And what you do is you scan them, or the machine scans them and gives you the output. Now, how to make sure those aren't rigged? Well, maybe we need another damn audit. I don't know.
Just drop the fucking machines. In my opinion, the machines are what is actually made it so that it's possible to
these new machines
to easily corrupt something. Let me put it this way: when I was part of the observer crew and the ballot counting crew back in 2016, I watched them as they went and they used the calibration ballots, and then everybody back then had a regular ballot. Now, this last run, I went and I checked my mail so that I could go and I could turn in my ballot at the place. Mm-hmm. And I got a calibration ballot. I got one of them ones with a little red stripe on the side. And it bothered me to no end, I tell you. It made me feel like, wait a minute. So you're telling me that even if I did vote, even if I did choose to go and, send this in or whatever, my vote counts exactly opposite to what I vote.
Oh. They're sleeping. They're doing what mine should be doing right now.
Now, I don't know how many people got those calibration ballots.
Mine had a red stripe on the envelope as well. Actually, they sent me two. They sent me one to this address, and then they sent me one to my secondary mail address. So technically, I could have gone and played like a liberal and fucking voted at least twice. But I figured, being a conservative, if they found out anybody cheated, I would be the one to get the fucking axe. So I'm only going to send in the one ballot. Tore the other one, shredded it.
In my county, when you vote, I mean, I never saw no mail-in ballots, but all I know is we had to go up there to the courthouse or to the place up there, and you go in, you show your ID. You have to show your ID, and then when you go over there, you vote, and then they print you out a receipt, and you look at it and you see who you voted for, and it's like, I'm out.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Hey,
I like that one. That's-
hey, Dangerous, I gotta work in the morning, so I gotta get off of here. But I love all y'all, man. God bless each and every one of y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see y'all because y'all know my dad's in town and whatever.
Yeah, no, I
But
got you.
yeah, but happy Father's Day to everybody out there. You know,
I got.
And,
I just want to leave you with a parting thought, Jeremy.
yeah. What's up, brother?
When you're sleeping tonight, remember Zach's finger.
That's beautiful.
Smells like peanut butter.
Yes.
Oh,
Creamy or chunky?
that's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, y'all. I love y'all, man. Y'all have a wonderful night, man. God
See
bless
you,
you.
bud.
All right, bye.
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 I fucking love that guy. Peanut butter.
Good to see you, James 556. Glad you're back.
Conservative Patriot. Good to see you, brother. Hey, Shane. JH. Good to see you. I can't
Shane
tell.
Dixon, JH556. Yeah.
Dude, JH, man, what the
man.
hell? What the hell was that shit? My friends were telling me somebody freaking tried to mimic your fucking channel to get in the panels.
Yeah, they tried to
Dude,
do
is that
Hutch.
shit?
They tried to do Hutch too.
Damn, man.
They tried to do a bunch of, man. They've been doing a bunch of people, man.
Yeah, I'm very proud of our community for what we've done in the recent past. You know, standing up for what's right.
Well, we just need to move forward, man. Just period. Move forward.
Yep.
And just let's be adults.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
No, we are. But
let's be
I'm
adults and move forward, and anything that may or may not have happened throughout the last few weeks and months and years, and just keep moving forward, man. We need to just put our feet to the ground, man. And I'm telling you, because the other side is not stopping. They're fighting amongst each other too, but there's a lot of them, man. But there's a lot of organization on the other side, and we can't be fighting amongst ourselves and not having any type of organization, because if we don't have any kind of organization, then they're going to beat us, and we don't want to lose. You know what I'm saying? So we need to stand together. Hey, Conservative Patriot, what's up? We need to stand together.
Dude, Patriot, come on, man. You see everybody in the chat there? There's 70 of us in here, and we all stand with each other because we do. I stand with you.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
stand with me. I stand with Hawk. I stand with Zach. I stand with Airgun guy Blaine. I stand with Virginia. Actually, she's probably next to Blaine. Let's see, it'd be Blaine, and then Zach, and then I don't know. It would be a tie between Hawk and Virginia, because I know you both live up north. So.
Well, I'm just going to tell you straight out. I don't want to be enemies with nobody, man. I'm going to be honest with you. The least amount of enemies I got, the better off I am, and I do not want to be enemies with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I just want to live my life, man, and hang out and have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I did when I started getting those raids. The first time it happened, everybody's out talking about it, and it's like, all right, come on, let's go on with our own conversation. But and then the second time it got better, and by the third time, I just kept the panel going, and the mods handled everything else. And after that, they lost interest and gone.
I mean, we're here to learn from each other. We also teach each other. And in the meantime, we've made a couple of friends here. And so I agree, just keep moving on. And, you know, it's all
Yeah.
good. It's
Yeah. Don't give the enemy any fuel.
right. Precisely.
Look, I don't have really very much any of enemies is what it would be, but when it comes down to it, there are some things I do not stand for, and I will literally draw a line in the sand.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So,
I'm the same
and
way,
y'all
brother.
have seen that.
I'm the same way, brother. But here's the thing. You know, we got to make sure that we continue to look forward, because I'm not saying that you're not, brother. I promise. What I'm getting at is that when you know, these things that happen to us that we don't stand for, you know, there's things that I don't stand for either, you know, and we just need to know when we need to focus the energy on what we, you know what I'm saying? I don't stand for that. So this is right at the moment. So I'm gonna talk about it or get it out, you know, do what we do. But at the same time, the things that we don't stand for, if it's not affecting you, or you can't do nothing about it at the moment, no need in, you know, continuing to harp on it. You know what I'm saying? Instead, change your mind and say, you know, prepare that mind, man. Change that mind and go, psh, tell you what, I ain't going to harp on that. I ain't going to be angry about that right now because I can't do nothing about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something that I can do something about, and I want to show y'all. Check it out. I found this old axe head
Uh-huh.
a couple of years back when I was at a old house that was abandoned, and I was just making some extra money clean up, and they said we could have it, or they said I could have it, so I didn't steal it, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, his old abandoned house, the property owner, you know, said I could have it, so I bought this hickory, old, straight up American hickory handle, and if you, I seen this, I got this for $4. Okay, so I've got to do some carving on it to make it fit, because it's not the exact right one. But I'm gonna carve on it, make it fit, and get some of that epoxy, and fix it up, bud.
Make sure you put at least shit on that, dude. First of all, I know you got a Dremel or at least a wire brush, something. Polish that thing up, put a good edge on it.
Oh yeah,
And then like I said, go ahead, trim down.
It's been hammered.
I have replaced so many hammerheads.
Yeah,
like I'm not
been
trying to say you don't know either, but yeah.
It's been hammered on. I'm gonna grind it back down, you know, and grind it back flat and smooth and everything. Yeah,
put an edge on it. Yep.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Put a good edge on it. Yeah, it's a good old heavy.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is make sure you might want to get some of the big wedges, and I'd put at least 2 in the end of it if you can. Maybe you can only do 1, but if it starts to get loose, leave room for a second.
When I first put it in there, you know, I'll put the I'm gonna also soak it in burnt linseed oil, and it'll get into the wood, and it'll swell it up a little bit to make it fit tight, and then put a little epoxy over the top, you know, and it'll be good to go.
I don't know. I trust epoxy to an extent. It depends on the use you're using it for. I mean, if you're chopping, 12-inch freaking cutoffs, I would definitely use a shim, because you don't want that thing flying off. Have you ever? It's not pleasant.
I've had one fly off on me, double-bitted cutting axe. And I'll say it this way:
Thank God.
It doesn't matter how much you put into the handle. It all matters on how you swing the axe, because what you're doing is every time that you swing too hard, you're breaking that wood. So your best bet is to just let the axe head do the work.
Well, yeah, you gotta that. But I'm saying the thing about it is people. A lot of people, I watch people. They don't know how to swing an axe properly, or a hatchet, or machete, because you have to understand when you're chopping downwards like that, on something. If it's up high, for instance, one of the things that you'll do if you're not paying attention, you'll chop through that and you'll come down and you'll hit yourself. You can shave it off. So it's something you need to practice with, to be safe.
Yep.
There was only one time. There was only one time where you're right. I swung, but then again, I was fucking way too lit. I shouldn't have even been out there chopping firewood, but it was fucking cold. We needed wood, and it didn't even draw blood. Luckily, because I was able to catch it. As soon as it slipped, I was able to move quick enough because probably all my years in carpentry. But still, it was a wake up call, and that never has happened. But yeah, I know how to swing a hammer, axe, and shit like that.
I'll tell you what, the only time I ever made an oops, that thing bit me. It was only a little hatchet too.
Oh,
and I showed you all that scar.
Yeah, no.
An axe, a hatchet, hell, even a hammer, it can really mess your shit up.
Yes, they can. Hell, more people die from freaking hammers and shit than they do AR-15s.
And you know what's funny is that it's as far as accidental goes, more people die from axe-related injuries every year than die from pistols. And that's accidental injury.
I don't know. I don't look up. Dude, that's kind of an odd stat to fucking pick up. It's like, dude, when I look at fucking stats, I look at okay, how many people were shot or, by suicide, by whatever. And then it's like you look at, well, how many crimes were thwarted by people brandishing their firearm? Hell, sometimes not even brandishing, just pulling up your shirt. Be like, do you really want to go there?
The FBI stats, right?
Yeah, dude, what, 300,000 to 500,000 or more?
Right. And like I said,
500,000 to 3 million, something like that.
Well,
yeah, way more crime is stopped by just showing or just by having a gun.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Man, a lot of these people think they're tough. They live in these fucking gun safety zones where, because they think a sign is going to keep the people from fucking carrying on there. Give me a break. You'd think they'd figure it out by now.
I call that shooter bait.
All right. Think about it this way. Okay, it's Friday night, Saturday morning in Chicago. We should go check out the stats of how many people have been shot, and then we'll go back to it on Sunday night or Monday morning, and then we'll check out the stats too and see how many people were shot. Because usually on holidays like that shit, more people get shot. Just weird how that works.
I'll say it this way, Dangerous. I didn't get my stats from the FBI. I got my stats from the hospitals, going around to different hospitals. So my stats are kind of old, but more people die from complications of injury from axes than die from pistol related incidents on a yearly basis than in the United States. And they keep on telling me, well, guns are the reason why people die. And I'm like, no, stupid is the reason why people are dying. Guns just make it easier.
Well, I wouldn't even say easier. I mean, guns are dangerous, but man, I would rather be shot than stabbed.
Yeah.
But
Same here.
actually,
I've been shot and I've been stabbed.
Forest Monster, dude, you know that we're getting more wildfires. They got one going on up by Pine and Strawberry right now. I think they call it the Strawberry Fire. I mean, yeah, dude, they've got the one down lower already pretty much done, but it was like freaking 80% contained, so they're not too sweating that one. But yeah, dude, it's fucked up down here. Everything's drying up. Thank God we have that salt lake or salt river.
I see your peace pipe, brother. That's nice, and it smokes too. That's impressive.
What do you want?
Yeah, I make my own.
What do you want? You're
I don't want
driving me
anything.
insane. This dog
Actually, no, I
right here.
take that back. I want another beer.
This dog's driving me insane. Does anybody want her? Free dog.
Yes, please.
Okay, Lucy. Bye bye.
Hey, Cashew.
That's
Cashew. My
wrong.
I want a dog so bad it makes me cry sometimes.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I never knew dogs could grieve until that one.
Yeah.
I just had the first one go today.
Aw.
Wow.
I know a friend of mine's cat died today too. That's sad to lose a pet.
No,
They went to a good home.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought.
exactly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said they died.
Going to
No.
Oh, there's your two dogs.
going
Yeah.
to 70 acres up on Mount Hood is where that pup's going. It's going to have a not only a great forever home, but the freaking dog's going to have a lake to jump in and everything else. It's like, yeah, why can't somebody adopt me like that? You know?
I hear that.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh God.
I want to jump in a lake too. You know?
I would love personally to be be able to have a dog with me because I need a road dog,
Here she is.
Yeah.
a traveling dog.
I think
You know what? I love that breed right there. That's an awesome breed to have.
English Springer. Oh, she
Yep.
is spoiled. Spoiled.
And I'd end up spoiling her a lot more.
That was Tom's dog. In fact, he called that his wife. His second wife.
I love Springers. They're incredibly intelligent dogs.
She is. She's really smart. I'm having a difficult time putting a gate up, so I'm gonna have to figure out something I can nail into the wall because she'll figure it out how to take it down otherwise.
My dog learned how to climb chain link fences, so we ended up putting in a picket fence, and my dog turned that picket fence into matchsticks.
I guess what irritates me, her constant have to be near me, because I think she's just in fear, and I think someone on this channel said that. Maybe she's fear of losing me too, because she lost Tom. Maybe that's why she's constantly always has to be near me. I don't know. Because she even gave my husband a break once in a while. She would just go by the kids or just hang out whoever had food mainly. But yeah, it's the constant, she's got to be right near me. She'll go all day without drinking water or eating just to be with me.
Yeah.
And Springers are that kind of way. They want to be around the alpha. They're totally alpha geared.
What kind of breed do you have,
Okay,
Dangerous?
all right. Hold on. I put these up because people are asking questions. I work with men and know darn well they don't wash their hands because they flush the toilet and come right out the door. Is that a common thing? For some guys, like at home, I'll do it because, I know who's peeing around here. In fact, my kids have peed on me. I've had their poop on my hands. So I'm not really fucking worried about shit like that. As far as in public, I'll at least freaking turn the water on and rinse and dry my hands and then use the paper towels to open the front, or I'll use my foot to open the door, either or. But yeah, I'll wash them really quick. I mean, I don't do the soap and hot water and all that 20 seconds. No, I'll rinse them off, take a paper towel, dry them off because I didn't pee on myself. So, but I didn't, at the same time, I haven't gotten sick. So,
to answer the question from my own self, yeah, I don't always wash my hands after coming out of the bathroom, but let's be clear. If I'm going to be cooking food, or if I'm going to be going and doing something where my hands are going to be, helping out someone who's injured, or what have you, yeah, every single fucking time I wash my hands. I take, and afterwards I do a Purell before I go and I actually get into that.
Right.
I make sure I wash mine before I even touch my junk, because my junk's clean. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
Yeah, well, if you've been playing out in the garden, I don't blame you one bit. You want to come in and clean your hands, try and get some of that dirt out from under your nails and shit. Like before we handle food, we always freaking get the hot water going in the suds, make sure everything's fucking clean and shit. And I keep a lot of peroxide and alcohol too. That way, if there's ever an emergency, we don't have water, I can
Am I the
just
only
use
lady on the
alcohol.
panel?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
You got some more estrogen, girl. We're balancing it out.
Okay. We should talk to them about
I was going to ask
menopause conversation, but I wouldn't go there.
No, let's not.
It's the men on
See, I
pause.
told you.
She said that she wants to have the men on pause.
Menopause.
Men on pause. It's basically what menopause is. It's man on pause.
Right?
It's like, dude, your shit's not going to be used for quite a while. Get used to it.
Get away from me.
Ghost, I'm a pee hugger.
Man, what's up, Tennessee Tactical?
Well,
So
Is it
that was
different
the
from
original purpose of concubines. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
It's the original concubines were, and they weren't necessarily considered hookers back then.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
This is not, we're just having an honest conversation. Okay. I'm not going to go too far off course here, but because of the fact that women have that cycle, basically where they're denying sex to their husbands, the husbands were allowed to have a concubine.
Oh.
So in which to service the husband, so that, that their marriage could withstand it, because of the fact that, okay, well, he was able to get laid, kind of thing. It's, I'm just speaking on a serious term here. It's, so when you look at it, it's kind of, it's kind of an awkward situation, but at the same time, you've also placed a marriage in a position where the marriage is going to last. It's not going to separate because of.
And see, I'm of a totally different mindset. I mean, maybe if I was born back in those days, I'd have that kind of mindset. But now it's like, I mean, when I'm with a woman, I'm with that woman.
I'm not saying you can't be with that woman. What I'm saying is,
I don't have any strange on the side.
But it was like back in the days of Abraham, they had a second wife to take care of the things, because the first wife was generally in that time, and when do most marriages fall apart? During menopause or man on pause.
Yeah. Well,
and then what's he do? He runs off with a younger woman, instead of having him run off.
All right. That doesn't always happen anymore.
No, because the thing about menopause is women hit their sexual peak when they're about 50. So I would say it's the opposite.
I've been with a 51-year-old boy. She was pretty crazy in this act.
No doubt. But yeah, I mean, I think the first nurses ended up in a similar profession as well. But if you guys can't take 3 days of misery out of 28 in a month, I mean, come on, 3 days.
No, I'm not talking about during the
Tell him
menstrual
to give
cycle. I'm
birth to
talking
a
about
child.
during menopause.
No, tell them to give birth to a child through their little hole. Okay?
Oh my God, let's not go.
Hey.
Let's
Yeah.
not go there.
Hey now.
I wanted to say hey to hey you.
Oh, hey Backwoods, how you doing?
Hey,
Good.
you.
doing? Hey.
I'm doing okay. If a lot of people don't know, it's a year anniversary today is when Tom and Anna died, so it's been a rough start in the morning, but I got people surrounding me that love me and my friends and my family here on YouTube, so it helps.
I'm sorry to hear that. I did not know that. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're
it's
watching
been a
down
hard
on this
year.
stream.
Oh
They're
yeah.
watching down on this stream right now. They're watching
Yeah,
down.
they are.
On,
I know I'll see him again.
yeah. Just not today.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite lines from The Gladiator. Right there at the end when the black guy was burying the little idol of him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, go be with your family. I will meet up with you in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Just not today.
Definitely will be the hardest thing of my life I ever go through.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We will be
Oh, yeah.
together again.
It's
but
one
not
thing to
yet.
lose one person, but I keep saying, imagine losing your own spouse and your child at the same time. There's just no words for it. No words. I can't even say it enough. But thank you guys. I love you all.
I wonder how the people in Waco felt.
Oh yeah. Freaking
Is there a movie
Chippendale.
on that?
That's special.
Yeah, Chipmunk. We
Yeah,
call
there
him
is.
Chipmunk.
Hey, Daniel Broberg, man, please don't say stuff good about Dangerous Freedom like that, because he'll get the big head, and his head is already bigger than the rest of his body.
Yeah.
And if it gets any bigger, he's already having problems walking and stuff because his head's all,
Yeah. Yeah. The head, the one on his neck and shoulders.
Yeah, it's bigger. It's bigger than his whole body. So
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, don't give him no props like that.
I don't know. I don't think I got a big head. I think I got just the right head. I got just enough hair, too.
Nice haircut.
Yeah, my kids help. That's why we don't need no damn barber. We do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Lucky for me, my sister was a barber for the Navy exchange system. Also, she made a ton of money. I'm talking, the average haircut was supposed to take about 7 minutes. And so she could turn over, maybe 6 in an hour. And that's a lot of money. She made a couple $100 a day.
No gray. That's good, Backwoods.
Yeah.
I got the
Do you dye your hair?
today. Oh no.
Okay. I'm
Just
just teasing you.
beard coloring.
I'm just teasing you. My husband ended up this past 3 years, and me too. I mean, you guys seen me without my hat. I got a lot of gray. And someone asked me, would you ever dye it? I'm like, absolutely not. Even my sister said my hair looks gorgeous with the gray in it.
No, I decided, I'm just not going to try to ever like color my beard and stuff, because
Yeah,
I
I
just
see
feel
people
like,
do that and it looks weird.
yeah, I just feel like, you know what? It's growing natural. That's the way it's supposed to be, and that's just the way it's going to be. And
have you always had a beard? Like pretty much your whole life, even when you started growing it as a really young man?
I usually just wear a goatee,
Uh-huh.
and I usually grow my beard through the winter time, and I don't know, I just hadn't. It's not bothering me, you know what I'm saying? So I hadn't wanted to shave it off. I just thought I'd leave it.
I think it's sexy.
I dared my husband to show. I think this was before we had kids, and we were going out on a date, and I dared him. I dared him to shave off his mustache, and he did. I wish he never did. After he did, I couldn't help but laugh at him the whole time. He's like, "I'm gonna kick your." It's a good thing it grew back in a couple of weeks. I was like, phew.
Men look so
Never
different.
do that again.
Their
I
facial
know.
hair is like a baby's butt, you know?
I know, right? That he looks so much younger, and it's just like I couldn't help but laugh at him. I'm like, don't
Yeah.
ever listen to me again.
Ghost over there. I was born with a beard.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, weren't we all? It was
Like
the
I
70s.
can't see Ron without his beard and his goatee. I just couldn't.
Dude, I forgot to wash my fucking hands.
Oh, come on. Your poor
Um,
mouth.
fucking
Car's
dying.
car.
I'll smoke to that.
Right?
I was born out of beard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Car's car. I was born out of beard too. It was 1978. It was definite.
I will. Neither me or my sister was kind of planned. I was not.
Were
as
you a teenager?
well planned.
What about when you were a teenager?
Well,
How many?
What about when you were a
All right.
teenager, Ron? Did you
Has
want to grow a
everybody-
beard?
Started going downhill when I was like about a year old. I guess my dad started getting into hallucinogens and shit, and tripping out and freaking out, and fucking scared my mom to the point where she's like, "Hey, you gotta stop, or I'm fucking leaving."
Uh-huh.
Then stop. She fucking moved back to her parents in Washington. Actually, yeah, Seattle. I believe they were in.
I
And
really like the piece
Dangerous.
of cheese
Dangerous. 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 I want to know how many people. I know a lot of people have, but I want to know how many people that are here now have heard about you getting chased around the house with a dildo. By your,
Oh,
What? Where'd that go? From talking about beards to dildos?
I've actually never heard that story.
No,
Tell
I
me.
have never.
Tell them dangerous. Tell them dangerous.
I've heard it a
Oh,
lot.
hold on.
It's a
All
great
right.
story.
Everybody in the chat, if you want me to tell the story, I'll give you the short version. If you don't want to hear it, because whatever, just press 2 or
There we go.
Oh,
because
boy.
I mean, you know, it's a weird story. I'll tell you that it's fucking weird. But I was in.
It's funny, man.
Let's just say when I was very young,
Those dogs are passed
my
out.
my whole scope in life was changed forever.
See, look.
Okay. Well, Rapscallion just spamming ones. Backwards.
Oh, just get to the point.
Okay. So, anyways, I was what you call like a latchkey kid. So most of the time, I would get home from school before my mom would. Well, one afternoon, yeah, I came home and my mom was home with one of her boyfriends. I think his name was Dave Hall. Yeah, I never did like that guy. I mean, he wasn't like mean or anything like that. He's just like, seriously, he would kind of waste a life. Anyhow, he apparently, well, so the story goes, he found a dildo on the side of the road and picked it up and brought it home to my mother. And okay, now this is how the whole thing ensued. Okay, hold on. Mute if you're gonna laugh that fucking hard, because you're gonna start laughing a lot fucking harder. Okay, so I get home. I come through the back door, down the hallway with our laundry machines, and her master bedroom is right at the end. Now mine, but anyways, she's like, "Oh, Ron, you're home." And then she's all like, "Look at what I found." And she pulls up this fucking like 8 or 10 inch dildo. At that point, I was just like, "Mom, you're holding it. Hey, what the fuck?" Dude, I'm like 12, 13. I'm not fucking shitting you, dude. And she's like, "Hey, look it." And then I'm like, "Mom, no way." And I start walking to my room quickly. And she starts coming up right behind me with this thing. Next thing you know, we're running down the fucking hall. Luckily, I'm a lot faster than her. I shut my door and locked it. And I'm like, my mom just chased me through the fucking house with a fucking dildo. What the fuck is wrong with her? I mean, I was barely a teenager.
Dude,
No wonder I started doing drugs when I was 15. Oh, God. Yeah. Still kind of gives me a heat.
Zach, what the heck, man? I mean, how do you think, do you understand now why Dangerous is the way he is mentally? He got chased through the house with a dildo, man, by his mom, man. And see, what Dangerous is not telling you is it was a little bit slick because it still had a little lube on it. And he told me this story now. And when she was trying to slap it at him, and it come out of her hand and hit him in the back of the neck.
All
it hit him in the back of the neck, and he had like this big old welt on the back of his neck shaped like a dildo for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, if you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you.
He just don't. I mean, that's why he's the way he is, man.
I don't believe it, but that doesn't mean it wasn't funny.
Yeah. It didn't happen, but yeah.
Yes, it did too.
Yeah, it didn't.
So
Yes,
is that
Just like I never
dealt.
just like I never dealt drugs when my mom had a fucking stay over fucking DEA agent. I think he probably knew I was fucking selling some dope, but I think at that point, he didn't really give two shits about weed. And second of all, I mean, like seriously, it was small time shit.
You don't care about weed?
No, I'm saying back when my mom had a DEA, she was dating a DEA agent back in the day when I was selling marijuana. And
you were a drug dealer.
Did you say what Rip Crow?
You know what? There's statute of limitations, dude. I'm talking. I was a juvenile at that point anyway, so fuck them. I'm like 15, and I'm fucking. I got a few bottles of fucking Southern Comfort stashed in my little toolbox, and then, you know where I stashed my weed? I had one of those shoe. You ever seen them? They're like a 4x6. Freaking like leather. You can get them in all kinds of different ones, but they're shoe holders, and you put them on the wall. And you could just. I used to just put my weed in one of my shoes and.
Dangerous, you need to be reading your chat, okay? You need to be reading your chat.
Man, you need to so be reading the chat, brother.
Y'all ain't right.
So, would that happen to be the dildo that we caught you sitting on one day?
Whoop!
He says you got a dildo cushion. Ghost did.
No, I think I got something from that, dude.
Rip.
Some kind of mental scar. That's kind of where I lost my virginity. Because I knew what a dick was. I only fucking held one every day that I go take a leak. Now granted, had I gotten hard before? Yeah, at that point I had. All right. Freaking dude, my hormones are going fucking crazy. Next thing I know, my mom's chasing me down the fucking hallway with a fucking dildo. Dude, my mind went, what the flying fuck? So yeah, does Backwoods know what he's talking about? Yeah, it kind of.
Are you saying that you got horny from that?
No. I'm just saying I knew what a fucking. That was the first time I've ever seen one, but all I had to do is get one fucking halfway look, and I was like, holy shit, I know exactly what that is. And then she's like, hey, do you want to touch it, play with it? I'm like, no. And like I said, I started, speed walking in my room. And she's like, come on. I'm like, no, God damn it.
Yeah.
Dude, you're laughing. Dude, it was traumatic for me.
Right.
All right, thank you very much for laughing at my fucking pain.
I'm sorry.
I
man.
appreciate it so much.
He said, "Thank you for laughing at his pain."
Right. After he said he waddled. I'm confused. Did it look to you, you know how you see those sock puppets outside of a car dealership? It's like, ooh, was that what it looked like chasing you?
I was not looking behind me. Dude, I had one focus, and that's getting through my fucking door and slamming it and locking it. And I was able to anyways, yeah, that's a fucking crazy story. I got tons of them.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm sure Patriot
I'm
has enough of his own fucking crazy.
I'm pretty
fucking
scarred for
stories.
life now.
Right.
So,
I know.
my ribs hurt too, man.
Yeah. Did you pet it like the bunny in Of Mice and Men? Did you pet it until it died from it?
No, I never saw it again.
Oh shit.
Dude, once I shut and locked that door and fucking hollered at my mother, if you ever fucking show that thing to me again, I am going to beat you with it.
I'm sorry for
I don't know exactly what I said, but she pretty much got the idea when I fucking ran into my room and locked the door and didn't talk to her for like 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got a joke for you. It's kind of along the same lines, but it'll get us off the subject.
Oh gosh, thank you.
So these three prison escapees are running through the woods, and they come up on this little cottage. And there's this old lady out in the garden, and she's out there pulling beets and whatnot. And so they run up to the old lady, and they say, old lady, give us something to eat." And she says, "All right, I'll give you all something to eat, but I ain't been laid in 20 years. One of y'all has to fuck me." So first one goes, "Oh, hell no." And the next one turns around and says, "I ain't doing it." So the last guy in line says, "All right, fine. I'm hungry. I'll do it." So they walk inside. An old lady says, lays down spread legal and all that, and just it smells like sour cheese, and freaking there's flies flying up from it and all.
Oh no.
And so guy was like, oh my god, I'm hungry, but the goddamn, he looks around and he sees this fucking pile of corn on the cob.
Oh no. I'm
So
getting
he starts
nervous.
picking up a corn on the cob and starts, using it as and then, he gets halfway through and he's like, oh god, it stinks so bad. He throws the freaking corn on the cob out the window, grabs another one.
Right.
He just starts going at it. So he finally gets her off and whatnot. And then, he has a nice hot meal, and he walks outside to where everybody else was sitting at. And he's like, so y'all going to come in and eat? And they go, what are you talking about, bro? We were just eating ourselves some hot buttered corn.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's not really
It's been a while since I heard that joke. Oh, I'm glad. Oh man, we were watching Airplane the other night. That was fucking funny as fuck.
Love you all, guys. I gotta hit sack. It's been a long day for me.
I got
good
you.
night.
So, hey,
Love you all,
Much
guys.
love for life.
hey, blessings
What-
and dreams. Good dreams
Thank-
be with you.
Night, Michelle.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you.
Love you,
guys.
Michelle.
I love you all. Seriously. Bye, Zach. I love you guys, everyone. You guys are much,
Hey, you know what?
much respect.
Michelle, I might as well wish you a happy Father's Day as well.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
Yeah,
you have to take on that role
that's
now.
gonna be hard too. It was hard last year because it was the day we started the funeral, and
Yeah. Well,
that's just gonna bring back. That.
yeah. Well, try not to do it in front of the kids. I mean,
I know. We're gonna celebrate it, but yeah, we're gonna cook outside and stuff. So.
right on.
Thank you, guys. Love you guys.
Bye, Michelle. We love you.
I love you, Blackwoods.
Love you.
Love you
Have a
guys.
good day. Mm.
Damn it, Rip. Dude,
I was trying to get
seriously,
a
there was
small
no
sex, yeah.
penetration and no, I never got touched by the thing.
Yep.
Man, y'all fucking nasty. What the
Dude.
fuck?
No, you know good and well that
Dude,
thing
what,
hit you in the
dude,
back
this
of
is
the
what
neck.
happens after fucking
Hit you in the
midnight.
back of the neck.
Dude, after midnight, we all know what happens to the mug boy. They all turn into fucking gremlins. And look at what we got in the chat.
It all
Now,
comes
see,
out.
you're not supposed to feed them before midnight.
This is the dream hour, you know. By the way, Wickershire, I see that you've come in. Hello, buddy. I was at your chat today. I was busy gardening in the garage, but I was actually watching your chat. I wasn't able to jump in.
What's up, Wicker?
Yeah. Good to see you, bud.
It's the sailor's fault.
What? What's the
Yeah. It's
So one
all
time
everything.
One
Everything.
time I was
It's
kicked
all their
out of
fault.
a bar. Actually, me and a couple buddies were, but it was because we were the best looking guys in there, and freaking all these. I mean, it was fucking one of them cowboy, kind of back redneck fucking bars. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, boys went in there and everybody listened to fucking country and shit. And, you know, and I mean, we listen to like Pantera. Do we know country? Absolutely, we know country. We're like, you know, the new age country or cowboy, whatever you want to call them. And so, anyways, you know, these girls kept looking over at me. And the next thing I know, fucking somebody walks up and he's like, hey, you guys need to finish these fucking drinks and get the fuck out of here. My buddy stands up. He's like, and why is that? Like, because we don't want you around here. And he's like, fuck that. You know, we're going to drink just like everybody else is drinking. Next thing I know, they started getting in a scuffle. Luckily, one of the waitresses was close by. She was like, hey, you know what, Rodney or whatever his fucking name was, hey, back off. And she's like, hey, just to be safe, you guys should just finish your drinks. Go ahead and bail. And they tried to fucking, even as we were walking out the fucking doors, they're fucking right up behind us and shit. And the only thing I figure is because every time that freaking, I don't know, man. Fucking, sometimes rednecks misbehave.
Hi, Laura. Hi, Redbone. Hi, Pete.
Hey, Pete. Chevo. No, actually, if anybody needs a dildo or anything like that, contact Nikki. Definitely. Man, she's probably got solar-powered batteries.
So, air gun. You were trying to change the subject like an hour ago.
Like, dude, nobody in the fucking chat is letting it go either.
Well, that's because they know you'll just keep talking about it because it's like this fantasy that you, even though it was a traumatic time in your life, being chased down the hallway that way, it has been so traumatic that you have changed it to be a fantasy of yours. So, you know, we're trying to, Epi, what's up?
I know. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Dude, I hope you and your son are doing well. Dude, yeah, you're not a dude. Evie is definitely not a dude. She's actually pretty hot. But I hope you and your son are doing well. What's up, Redbone? I think I said it.
Redbone, what's up?
The Freedom Dildo. You know what?
Redbone.
Dude, no, never mind. I'm not even going to go down that road. Let's get off that topic, please. Okay, so we're talking about air guns. So I went out and bought a new regular BB gun.
Maybe we should just smoke some weed.
I was just thinking.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Wish I had some. Shit.
No.
Dangerous has got an oxymoron dildo. It's got a big old tattoo on the side of his dildo that says "Don't tread on me."
No, it says "Welcome aboard."
Yeah, he's trying so hard not to use it.
What's an air gun, Chev? Well, an air gun is a gun that you don't have to register. You don't have to even let anybody know you have. And legally, you can walk down the freaking street with that thing. Nobody can say shit.
Yeah, they will say shit, especially if you live in Los Angeles, brother.
Yeah, they'll say shit. They'll call the cops on you. But you know what? I'm saying that the cops.
Yeah,
won't be
all
able
right.
to say
If you
shit.
want to deal with the fucking cops, be my guest. I would just rather.
What you
not.
got, Zach? Zach's trying to say something, guys.
If anyone needs a human vibrator, contact me.
You know what I see is, you know those like back cushions, the back cushions or the back pads, vibrating pads. I could just see Zach with one of those strapped to his back, like, come here, baby. Go ahead, sit on that.
Well, Zach,
Hey,
I'm in
everybody,
the comments. I'm in.
real fast. Hey, real fast, can I say something about someone in chat? Last night, I think it was, I was on prep for it. And I think right at the end of the chat, Laura here in the chat said that, hey guys, I finally got my crossbow. So, was talking about it. I just wanted to point that out real quick. Awesome. Crossbows are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point that out real quick. Sorry. Y'all go ahead.
Laura, I got one recently as well. I honestly, I've not learned to use it yet. So I'm going to, you know what? That's a good lead. I'm not going to try it in my own backyard. Okay. But so where does one go to practice? Do you just go to the woods? Are there places that you can practice with crossbows?
You practice in your backyard with a kickball target. You can buy a target that it's like a kickball, and it's got flat edges all over it, and you can shoot it and it'll wrap around there, and the arrow will stop it, and then you can shoot it again. I mean, you can buy these little targets and stuff about 25-30 yards. You're real good and effective with a crossbow. I know a lot of them, they say they'll go 60 yards and 80 yards and all that good stuff, and they will. I mean, you fling one in the air.
You got to know the elevation.
Yeah, you fling one up, and it's you're gonna send it, for a good ways. But if you're just in your backyard and you buy one of them targets, and you might even get you like some type of platform, something you can stand on that's stable, where you're up in the air a little bit, so you're shooting down towards the ground. Yeah, you can practice it right in the back in your backyard.
Yeah. Okay. I'm nervous about it because I do have neighbors. I have a decent little area.
Other people I know, they'll put out like bales of hay. I mean, I don't know if you've got those available.
Yep.
They make a very good backdrop. See, some people I've seen use trees, like shoot at a tree, and then they've got, like a wooden fence behind them. So even if it goes through, it's not going to go through the neighbors unless you shoot it up in the air like a fucking idiot. But most of us most of the people already know how to fire and get it at least halfway fucking accurate. Doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist. But
yeah, I do have a lot of trees, and I to be perfectly honest, I don't know how powerful it is. It's actually a really good crossbow, and I kind of want to go somewhere first where I can really see how far it goes and Yeah,
I get you. Well, read the paperwork.
I bought it from someone. I can tell you the brand. I think it's a Barrett.
Look up the make and model, and then just type it in, and it'll pull up the specifications. Like the BB gun I've got. I mean, it goes like one pump. It's like 550, and then I could keep it going up to I don't know, a little over 1,000 feet per second if I want it to.
So, like
My-
backwoods, do we have the same exact one?
Mine is a Wicked Ridge 10-point invader.
Okay. Barnett. Okay, so quad AVI. It says right there. It's a Barnett scope, but yeah, it's a Barnett. Yeah. Okay. So
It's a Barnett crossbow.
yeah. Yep. I can't.
What?
I would have to turn on more lights, but yeah. So 150
Well-
pound ghost prepper. Where do I find the pole? What is the
Well, if it don't have a tag on it, tell me the name of it. It'll say Barnett, whatever, invader,
It says quad AVI. I don't
Quad
see.
is
Yeah.
Quad ABI right here. All right.
Yep.
You can get the package, $490. It is a 150-pound draw weight, 345 feet per second. The energy is 112 foot-pounds.
Right.
It weighs 9 pounds. It's 37 inches. The width is 26.75, and the arrow length is 22 inches.
Right.
So you need to make
It sounds like my type of girl.
You need to make sure you need to make sure you're buying 22-inch arrows.
Okay.
Bolts.
Ghost said he had the same one. He said that's what I have, 150-pound pulse. So he would know the arrows too. So you said 23-inch?
22.
22-inch? Okay.
Yeah.
You already
I'm writing it down right now. I take notes.
Did you already buy one, or are you getting ready to buy one?
No, I just showed it to you. All right, hold on. Let me get a better light.
I'm gonna head to bed. You guys.
All right, Hawk.
All right, brother.
I'll probably catch you tomorrow sometime.
All right, brother.
All right. You have a good one.
Praying for you, Hawk.
Good night, Hawk.
Okay.
So,
all right. So, how hard is it for you to draw that one back?
It's really hard. I would have to use my foot.
Yeah, usually you put your foot. Isn't there like a foot spot on the front there?
Yeah.
No, on the very front. Usually you want to put the very nose of it. Yeah, right there at the very front. You see that loop in the front? Put that on the ground. Put your foot through it.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. Try it right now. I want to see how well you can do this. Yeah, go ahead. Right there. Boom. Okay.
You're catching me in my house slippers. Shit.
Nah, it's all right.
Okay.
If you could do this in your house slippers,
Well, hang on now. Hang on now. Hold on.
Don't hurt yourself.
Wait, stop.
Okay, I'm stopping.
When you cock that crossbow, okay, you're going to have to either release it or you can leave it cocked. But I mean, so the cams on it should help relieve some tension, but you still are cocking the crossbow, and then you have to relieve the pressure off of it.
Well,
don't wait.
Hey,
hold on a minute.
Wait a minute, y'all.
Don't even.
I do know something about bows, and if you cock that bow,
God, no, she can't understand us. All right, what I was gonna say is I wouldn't even cock it all the way right now.
Oh.
I would just test the bow strength or the bow pull. I mean, how hard is it? Just go like halfway. Just pull it halfway.
Yeah, and
God, that's
see how hard that is? Okay.
Wait, stop.
Okay.
Listen.
stop, because you cannot dry fire that bow. If you
No.
dry fire it, it could actually act like a damn stick of dynamite. Do
Yeah,
not.
it'll blow up in your face. Do not cock it.
Yeah, you'd actually have to shoot it with an arrow on it, or you'd have to let it off, and that's really hard to do with a crossbow.
That's
All
what
right.
I was just sitting there saying. That's why and I kept getting interrupted. I was trying to say, stop, don't.
Yeah.
I was trying to
totally
say,
get
once
it.
you cock it,
No,
you have to release the pressure.
The
So
only-
you either have to go out and shoot it, or you have to release the pressure. So you have to grab the string and pull the freaking trigger and hold the string back and then release it down.
The
So
only problem
I'm
is
saying, don't cock it.
Okay.
she could not even cock it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, anyways, Virginia, they do make a few things. There's one, and Billy, Patriot, knows this one. You can buy it, and what you can do is it's like a crank where it'll grab it, and you can hook it and pull it like that. Yeah, that one right there. Also, there is another means. It's like it's like a hook, but it's got like a big fat handle. And sometimes that can make it easier. I think you probably gonna want to go for the crank.
Okay. Not more manual crank. Like, I'm gonna turn off this light right next to me. I'll be right back, but I'm listening.
Okay. No, but yeah, dude, 180-pound pull. That's kind of a lot. I didn't figure she'd probably even be able to cock it, which she was not. And you're all freaking out. Don't cock it. It's like I honestly,
I couldn't get 6 inches, and I never say that.
I love it.
Hey, new Nostradamus.
Hey, Susanna,
how you doing? I tried to say hi a while ago, but anyway.
All right, Daniel. Good luck there, brother.
This is my dad.
After all this.
See you, Mayhem.
This is the After Dark dating site, or whatever, the After Dark bar. Actually, hey, what's up, Yankee? Good morning, brother.
So my crossbow is 165-pound pull.
Right.
And it is a 330 feet per second, and it does 100 grain on the end of the weights. Let's see. I'm trying to look. Anyway, so yeah, mine is a little heavier pull. Yours is 150. Mine's is 165.
Yep.
And it shoots a little faster and everything, but.
Well, yeah. So for practice sake, I would try a crank. I see a lot of people said a crank, and I just don't want to, just in case, because I also don't know how much kickback it'll have as far as, being in the backyard. I don't want to fuck it up,
Well, the thing about it is like on a crossbow, you really want to cock it evenly. That's but because I cock mine with my fingers, and what I do is I put my 2 thumbs against the rails, and grab it evenly, and then pull back on it and cock it. And because the thing about it is your limbs are going to pull evenly as long as they're, so
dangerous.
Your limbs are going to pull evenly. So what's going to happen is that when you cock it, if you don't cock it evenly, that other limb, if it's uneven a little bit, that limb is going to the pressure is going to try to balance out, so it's going to drag your string, across the cocking device, which can weaken your string. And I'm telling you, I've had a bow. Hang on. I've had a bow like air gun is holding right now. I had a bow like that blow up. The string come apart when I shot, and I mean it went pow, man. I mean it was loud as hell.
This is my dad's bow.
It broke both the limbs, so you always want to be very careful with the string.
Yep. Yeah. I appreciate that advice. Yes.
And what I was going to say, wear gloves. Wear some good gloves with some good padding on your fingertips, because that string will hurt like a son of a bitch.
Wear safety goggles too. I mean, if you're out there practicing, wear safety goggles.
Go ahead and put me up there. I want to show you all my dad's bow. This is my old man's old bow. And for the longest time, I couldn't pull this back because this was a 70-pound bow.
Okay.
I still struggle with it, mind you, but I can pull it back now. I'm going to show you.
Now, the difference is I know what I'm doing with this bow. I'm not going to let it go. I used to do archery when I was a young man.
Now decock it.
You see what I mean? You cannot let it go when you're at full draw like that without an arrow on it. Because if you do, it'll blow up one of these limbs, normally the top one.
Okay.
And what happens is this comes apart and it turns into something about the same energy as a stick of dynamite. This thing's dialed down to about 55 pounds. And I have a hard time pulling back a bow because let me tell you, it hurts. I'm winded right now, mind you.
Yeah, I can tell.
This is my daddy's old hunting bow, and I love going out and shooting archery, but I ain't been able to do it for a long time because it hurts so much to do it.
Right.
Now I could probably do this a couple of good times and get out there and shoot, but I don't shoot like this. I shoot like this. See, this is my draw. This is how I draw a bow. So, the fact that I was able to draw it back like this, and I may have to swap over to my dad's old configuration to be able to do archery.
Wow.
Do you know how old that is? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, this bow right here is from 1993.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was actually there the day that he bought this bow. And I was also there the day when he machined this part for the bow, the riser. He made this part right here.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, thank you for
That's an heirloom. Dude, you need to have kids so you can pass it down.
Yep.
That's one thing that will never happen.
Yeah, you say that now. After shit hit the fan, you might be getting so much strains you won't know what to do with it.
That is really great advice everyone gave me, and I'm not going to do a damn thing without some kind of supervision as I do and some more information. But thank you, Backwoods and Airgun as well. I understand exactly what you were saying, and
it can be dangerous. I mean, one of them.
Maybe I have a recurve. That's what I used to shoot. That's why I can even pull that bow back.
Mm-hmm.
You actually dry fire, and I'm telling you, you can blow them limbs up in your face, and splinters can come off.
Correct. I've had one go apart on me. I pulled it back, and I heard, and I was just like, oh, and then it went boom.
Right, not a good sound.
Good night, Forest Monster.
If you hear crackling in the limbs, right then, slowly let it off, set the bow down gently, and back the fuck away really quickly. Because, that thing is literally a freaking stick of dynamite with a fuse lit at that point.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, Nostradamus. The cocking rope. I forgot about those. But they do have like a rope, kind of a rope assist for cocking your crossbow, especially the heavier ones like what you got. And it's like, like my sister. A good example is my sister can't load her fucking 9mm magazine because after you get about 7 rounds in, she doesn't have the finger strength to be able to push it in. So I bought a couple of these. They're the easy loaders, speed loaders, or easy loaders, basically. And then all you have to do is basically just put this on the magazine, drop the bullet in, squeeze the freaking handle, put it in. It's very simple, makes it a lot easier. And I think that that string one might work for you. Actually, let's see if I can pull that up. The string.
Yeah, you want to keep wax on them as well. They make a string wax, and you want to keep that. You want to keep string wax on that thing a lot because You don't want your string drying out. It can dry out.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go put some beeswax on that string because I just gave it an exercise. So if you ain't got the synthetic stuff, use beeswax.
Yeah. Most of the stuff you buy though, in the bow section, you'll find the bow wax, the string wax. It's pretty good stuff.
Okay, here we go. Check this out. Something else you might want to look for while you're out.
Yes.
I've got no string at the end of mine. What I do, and I carry, I have at least 2 others. Again, I carry them in Ziploc bags because if you throw this in the bottom of your backpack, it's going to get all tangled in with everything else. So to avoid that, I put them right in a Ziploc bag. I can easily see what's inside the bag, not a problem. So I've got a couple of those. But I carry one in the case, one in my backpack, and then I carry the other one. I typically, when I'm done hunting, I leave the cocking rope right on the crossbow. I don't even take it off.
All right,
I can uncock it when I'm done. I come out of the woods, I walk the arrow away, walk up out of there, but I leave the rope on there because it's nice and tight and snug, and it stays on there, and that way I know where it is next time. You'll see that these ropes, they come extra length. There's a lot of extra rope on here. Once you've got it tuned in for your, I bought these on eBay. These
Come on,
but I put it on there.
Okay, yeah, clips on like that.
Get it so it's snug, and then what I'll do when I get it so it's the right length, pull through. But basically, when I get it to the right length, after I've got this knot in the right spot, I cut the rest off. You don't need that extra rope. And I'm not going to use this on a different crossbow. If you're going to use it on a different crossbow, maybe you would want rope laying around. It just gets in the way. So I cut that off. At least I don't have any problem cocking this extra.
Okay, let's see. Come on, show us. Come on, boy.
Cocking device.
Here we go. Here we go. All right, clip it on.
Put that on there. The biggest problem that I see people having is the rope cocking device.
Come on, you put your foot in the fucking hole and pull it back. Come on, how hard is it for a fucking badass?
To show you what that means.
Right.
The hook point down, the open part of the hook, point right to the rail. You'll see how back on that. The problem with that is extra pressure is going to pull that string a little bit tighter on. So to avoid time, every time.
Man, he's not even gonna show it. What a dick. What a freaking dick. But anyways, yeah, so I would check out somebody else's video on how to use one of those, but I think the advice is pretty sound. It'll make it easier, and they're not very expensive. So,
and you can replace the strings. You can get the wax for the strings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be able to pick it all up, probably all at the same place.
But you also, if you don't have a bow case, get a bow case for it.
Mm-hmm.
If you can afford a hard-sided bow case, get one of them. They're obviously going to protect it a lot better. If you can't, get a soft-sided. They're cheaper, but they still work. They help to keep things from, something falls over and hits your bow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and also when you don't have it in a case and you're setting it down, if you set it down at an angle where it, like if you've got the quiver mounted to it where the arrows are, you don't want any weight on them arrows. You don't want the weight of the bow just sitting there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
On the arrows on any kind of way, because over time it can eventually kind of warp the arrows, so be careful with that as well.
Right. Well, I think it's a good, it was a private sale, so I don't have a case and I don't have the book, but a case is a really good idea. And just knowing the little things, the components that I might have to maintain is also good to know, as well as use. So I will keep all of you in the loop, because I would like some extra advice as I go on. It's not
Virginia, I want to show you something.
Not a priority right this second for me to go out in the backyard and shoot it, but yeah.
I want to show you real quick something about how to wax a bowstring. When it's strung up like this, it's kind of difficult to get the whole string, but you can get the important parts, which is your driving
part of your string. That's the most important part of your string to wax. And all you really do is you take a little piece, a little nub in your fingers like so, and you mash it into your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You take and you just rub that in real good and tight into each individual strand as you can. And then what you're going to end up doing, because I'm doing the peep sight right now, what you're going to end up doing is then you take that little blob out of your fingers, you take the wax part of your fingers, and you sit there and you rub until it gets nice and warm from friction. And that'll melt the wax into the string. All right?
Right.
Now I'm doing this on, I've already done this part up here. And as you can see, it's nice and solid now. It doesn't look like there's any individual fibers. And that's how you want that to be.
Come on, your camera ain't that good, bro.
Okay. Well, you can't see that, but honestly, you want it to look to your eye like there's not individual fibers sitting there. You want it to look like it's a solid piece of string.
Right.
That's how you know you've waxed your string well enough.
You said wax.
And yeah, you did. Do you do that per number of uses, or I mean, I imagine time breaks down the wax also. So
yeah, it's probably like when you clean your gun. I mean,
It's
some
actually
people do it.
no. With bowstrings and bow wax, it's actually you don't ever want it to dry out. So if you start to see that you're seeing the individual strings, you just sit down right then. You don't even you could be in the middle of doing an archery session. You sit your ass down and you re-wax your string.
right. Interesting. So I have this wax. It can be used in the kitchen, but it also says surfboards. Is something like this going to work for that?
Paraffin wax is not what you use on a bowstring.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of people say, yeah, I've used paraffin wax on my bowstring for years, and I look at them like they're stupid because paraffin wax just powders when you shoot. The first time you shoot your bow, it's going to fling all that wax out of your string.
Okay.
That's why I suggest either synthetic bowstring wax or beeswax, natural beeswax, because it has honey in it, and that will help it to adhere to itself.
Right. That makes sense.
That's what I'm using right now is natural beeswax.
Mm-hmm. What do you backwoods? What's your preference? Like a beeswax or a bow wax or?
Well, either one of them are going to work really well. A lot of the bow waxes that the bowstring waxes that they have today are I mean they've been doing it a long time. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I have people, when it comes to the pew-pews, I use a lot of it's called Remington oil, I use it a lot, man. I don't have any problems, but I also use a couple of other different things, and cleaning my pew-pews up and everything. But, today's technology, there's a lot of good products on the market, and there, of course, there's crappy ones too. But as long as you stick with a name brand type bowstring wax or, cleaning your pew-pews, a name brand, you're gonna probably get, what you need. You know what I'm saying? Beeswax is good too, though.
Yeah, and as far as preppers are concerned, this is the most accessible thing once you don't have that Walmart or archery place to go to, is going to be beeswax. And that's why I put more faith in stock in beeswax than I do in the Bowman's. But I always buy Bowman's myself.
Bowman's is a specific bow wax.
Yes, it's a synthetic bow wax for synthetic strings.
Person.
Yeah, he does.
What was you going to say,
one thing I will say, and this is from my knowledge of archery, never use synthetic bow wax on a natural string because it'll cause it to come apart. Sinew will come apart with synthetic bow wax.
Kind of eats it up.
No, it's just so slick. It's so slick that what happens is unlike with the honey, it doesn't cling as well. And so synthetic wax will tend to allow the string to separate. And,
Right.
and sinew is known for becoming, extremely frayed when you
Yep.
shoot it.
Well, I mean, remember, like violins, usually the bow on those is freaking where it's sinew as well.
Yep.
That's why they did, the bows end up fraying too. Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not sinew, it's horsehair.
Same principle, but like, okay, that's interesting.
It's the same principle, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're really supposed to detension your string before you wax it, because it helps to get the wax in there better.
Every time you talk about that, it just makes me.
Look, I'm just spreading the knowledge, brother. I don't know where your mind went.
Well, come on, man. I
gutter,
told you all about my mom chasing me around the house. Come on.
Hey, like I said, I don't know where your mind went, but I'd like to find that gutter, though.
Right. So what you're describing, Backwoods, is if it were a Remington brand, would be, in my approximation, that'd be a lot softer. It'd be a almost malleable type of substance as opposed to a beeswax. You know what I mean? Like it's more like a oil than a hard wax.
Well, no, what I'm saying is like Remington oil for your pew-pews. I was just making the comparison of, a name brand that you're going to go to with the bow wax. It's kind of like, like I said, I use Remington oil because they make and some other
CPL.
CPL. Yeah, they're starting to make wipes as well, but
yeah,
I like to carry them. I've got a bunch of them Remington wipes, and I keep them in my truck. So when I go hunting, that's all I'm getting at is I'm just saying that a name brand product these days are really pretty good products. I keep the Rim oil wipes, so when I go hunting, and I'm out there and because I don't hunt, I don't ride a 4-wheeler to a deer stand and then sit in a deer stand all day. Okay? I get out there and move around and hide under this tree, and there's a big old bush over there that I like to hide in. And, so,
what's the name?
Well, I'm just saying, the thing about it is, when I get back to deer camp after hunting all day, I'll wipe my gun down with one of them Remington oil wipes. So
the CL or
the CLP. So the beeswax. What I'm saying is like if I went out hunting today, and I was out there in the woods messing around like I do, hiding in a bush, and doing things like that.
Yeah,
I would. They make some of these bowstring waxes in it looks like chapstick. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'll just carry some of that in my pack, and when I get home,
keep one of the boar snakes.
I heard
That's
you.
What I normally use this on the outside, and then when I run my snake through, I'll wrap it around one end. That way, it'll get this CPL and it'll pick up any kind of grease or grit, whatever, gunk, carbon, ash, whatever.
Oh, I see.
Natural beeswax.
Right, little canister that.
And I made a little canister out of a couple of bottle pops.
Yep.
So you can carry something like that, like he's got, or you can carry, they sell some of this bow wax and it looks like a little chapstick, and you can just throw it in your little backpack or whatever. And when you're going hunting, and just you can actually just rub it on there, and then take your fingers on there like Blaine was talking about, and create a little heat, friction,
Mhm.
and bam, it's you're good to go. So
Excellent. Yeah, thank you. I didn't realize the first time that you said wipes. So knowing that it's a wipe, that actually makes a lot more sense than what I was picturing.
well, yeah, the wipes are for your gun,
Right. Yeah.
for your
Yeah.
guns.
Right.
But I was just making the comparison of
Brands.
when I go bow hunting, I will carry one of them little chapstick or something like the air gun got, to do that with. What's up, remote Christian viewer and Persian prepper? What's happening?
Oh,
Hey,
just
guys.
digging the archery talk and loving my Zachary Smoose buddy and all you guys. I've been listening for a while and thought, hey, what the heck? I might as well join in. I've had a couple of brewskis, so if I get out of line, just send me packing.
Okay. Fair
Well,
enough.
friend. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Same for me. If I get out of line, just tell me, hey, get the fuck out of here.
You know what? If I told you to get the fuck out of here, though, Dangerous, then we'd all have to get the fuck out of here. Now, wouldn't we?
Well,
Yeah, and everyone would say, hey, let's get the fuck out of here.
And then we'd all have to go over to my place, which, I don't mind, but I'm having fun here.
yeah.
That was my best jersey.
I'll tell you what, dude, I'm all caffeined up. I'm on fuel.
Back in the day, we used to call it eating your Wheaties.
I don't know, man. If I had another cup of coffee, I probably wouldn't go to bed until like 8 a.m.
Dangerous likes the Wheaties of today.
Yeah, look what Wheaties did to Bruce, the decathlete.
That's what I'm saying. Dangerous likes the Wheaties of today.
No. I prefer cornflakes.
Yeah, porn flake.
I prefer steak. Steak
Oh,
and eggs
yeah.
and
Now
taters.
you're talking.
I don't know. Do you
I don't know
guys
about all
ever,
this corn
how
flake.
often, here's a serious question for everybody in the chat and the panel. How often do you have oatmeal for breakfast? Once a week? Once every 2 weeks? Once a month?
I ain't had oatmeal in a little while.
Never.
I haven't had oatmeal in about 5 years.
I hadn't had oatmeal in probably a couple of months, but we keep a bunch of oatmeal around here because it's a good, quick meal if you do need it.
I used to eat it all the time for breakfast, and then when it became no longer organic and non-GMO, it made me sick every time I ate it, so I stopped.
Yeah, I don't eat it anymore because it started giving me heartburn about 2009.
Yep, agreed.
That's weird. I eat it no problem. I mean, I don't eat it every day. Probably about at least once a month.
I'm lucky.
I never ate it. I never ate that.
Well, it's just because I still want to go through some of my stocks. You know what I mean?
Pete was getting couscous though. Way better than we were getting.
You know what I need to figure out is a good oatmeal recipe for making some shine. That would be cool.
I think I can drink.
Good.
I think I can drink gasoline and not get heartburn. I don't know. I can do anything.
I'm Italian. It's hereditary. Well, Italian on my mama's side.
Hey, Pete, you like the couscous, right?
No, that's Arabic food.
Oh, yeah, but rice, grains, that sort of thing, right? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of basmati rice. Yeah.
What's up, Pete? Man, you looking sharp down there with that. I like that outfit, man. That looks good.
He's good. Yeah, well, it's like 12 o'clock, so he needs to get ready to go pimping.
Yeah.
Right.
It's 2 a.m. Hey, dude, Pete, it's 2 fucking a.m. where you're at. It's time to get out there and get those bitches in line, brother.
Yep. Zach wants a word.
Dangerous, know what's up.
What's up, Zach?
Well, hey family, I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. Have a great night, and I love you all.
We love you, Zach.
Hey,
good night.
Check out that
Love you,
movie.
Zach. Sweet dreams, brother.
Zach, make sure you check out that movie link. I know you only caught the end of it, but you want to catch the whole thing, brother. You'll love it, dude. In the end, I think you'll love it. It's got a pretty good ending. Anyway.
Good night, Zach. It was cool to hang out and watch that movie today. We won't tell Kay. I won't tell her, but I am losing sleep on Sunday. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think Kay will be fine with that.
Yeah. Love you, man. Sleep well, okay?
See you, brother.
Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow, Zach.
Now, y'all might notice something about the way this bow is configured. It puts the tension strings on my wrist, so I don't actually have to wear an arm brace.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the way I was taught how to draw a bow, I know that if I draw back and I go to 2 fingers, I can delete the friction to the point where it won't suck the skin off my fingers. See, most people, when they draw a bow, they go back and they hold with the 3 fingers, and then they release with those 3 fingers. And by doing that, you're leaving the bowstring on your fingers for more time. And you're creating a lot more strength behind the draw. Like I said, if you hold,
they make a product for that too. It's more like a 2-finger thing. Where
they call it a
back, and then just like the press of your thumb is all it takes. So you pull it back, you hold it, and then just you press your thumb, and boom, it goes.
Oh, you're talking about a release. There's a couple of different types. There's called a trigger release. You use your trigger finger, and then there's called a thumb release. And it's the same thing. You just use your thumb and you hit the little lever on it, and it goes.
Yep.
So you draw a thumb release like this, and you draw a trigger release like this. So I'm more of a traditional archer. My favorite kind of archery is one where I can literally pick up a bow and just pull.
Right.
If I go to 2 fingers, that creates no tension. Back to 3 fingers is no problem.
Yeah, fingers is the way to go, man.
Yeah, Bullfrog. I know for a fact that Bullfrog has quite a bit of bow experience. Let's see here.
So, anyways, this is my daddy's old bow. My old bow is a recurve, 55-pound recurve from PSE. So, yeah, I need to get back into archery, but this is the only way that I could actually hold a bow at full draw and not sit there and keel over.
Right. Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Some of the
that's a nice Kodiak, by the way. That
I know that you can't. I know that you don't want to do anything different to that bow, but you know, some of the new cams that they have on these bows, man, the let off on them is so much, man. It's like you can just sit there and pull it back, and it breaks over, and it's just like thoop, and you can just sit there and hold it forever, man, because it like breaks over to hardly nothing.
These are direct let off cams. So once I get to full draw, I could sit there all day. So long as I can hold my arm up over here, I could sit there all day long like it's nothing. But holding a recurve at full draw, you're holding the full pressure of that bow back. Whereas this, it's a 28% pressure. So I pull back at 55 pounds, and then once I get to here, I'm only holding about 10, 15 pounds of pressure.
Right. Yeah.
Like I said,
compound is easier overall. Yep, absolutely. Compound's easier overall.
Bullfrog, I don't understand that because, well, first of all, I'm not like a fucking avid bow hunter. In fact, the only ones I ever used to play with was when I was like a fucking kid. You know, the little cheapy ones that you buy.
Well, if you look, there's a teardrop on the one side for your tension string, and that teardrop shape is what gives you the let off. So this is a 28% teardrop let off.
The only thing
it's a cam.
It's like the difference between squeezing the trigger or jerking the trigger. That's
what
the only thing I can figure out. But like I said, I'm not an expert on this. But honestly, what is this debauchery? Now you missed the debauchery part. Don't worry, we'll get back to it.
Yeah, we could slip back into that.
I mean, for like the last hour, we've been going on about crossbows, which I mean is good info. Definitely, if you're into that kind of thing.
Here's the name brand right there. It's a Browning. It's a Mirage Hunter. It's hard to see in the screen, but
how much do those go for?
When my dad bought this thing with the original riser, it was about $500.
Wow.
Back in 1993.
I've loved everything Browning my whole life.
Imagine how much that thing would cost today.
Probably more than my life is worth. But yes, I love this bow. I've always loved this bow.
What is your favorite application, either backwoods, airgun, anybody here that uses a bow for the bow as opposed to a pew? What would make you pick that up instead of something else?
Silence.
Absolutely.
Two reasons.
Beautiful sounds of silence.
I
mean,
no bow is absolutely silent, just like no rifle is absolutely silent.
Freaking Blaine's air guns, they're not completely fucking silent. You don't need
deadly quiet.
Yeah, you don't need hearing protection. You're still gonna hear the poof, and it's probably about the same as you would probably hear it from a crossbow.
The twang that you hear from a bow is the same amount, the same decibel rating as you'd hear from one of my air guns.
Okay,
they're equally silent.
But see, the thing about it. But see, the thing about that is that when a gun goes off, it echoes for so long and all that good stuff, and people understand that sound. Not everybody understands the sound of that thung. You know, they're like, "The crap was that?" You know. So that's one of the advantages you have to shooting a bow.
Okay.
And, you know, in short distance, you know, SHTF, whatever, you know, you're gonna want to pick up something more silent if you can, you know.
Yep.
The reason that I would pick this up over my air gun or over, you know, say like a firearm, for instance, would be specifically for armor penetration. That is exactly why I would pick this up. Armor penetration, or for hunting large game animals without being heard or spotted.
Yeah, that's a consistent answer. Somebody's got an echo. I don't know if it's just me.
Let me check.
I'm trying to mute so that you can figure it out.
Hey,
that ain't me.
Can you put me on big screen? Dangerous.
Are you telling me they make a bow that will go through body armor?
Every bow will punch through body armor. Even youth bows will. But here's the difference, Dangerous.
No,
it's all about the arrow head.
No, it will not.
That's not going to go through steel.
Not through steel.
Okay, that's what
I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're talking armor, dude. Like,
yeah, we're talking about armor. Now,
body armor,
that is
steel.
Okay, all right, God, it's not worth having a debate because I don't know the first thing about them. I just know that you're not going to get an arrow piece of armor, and you're over there. With a soft armor, yeah, it'll definitely go through that, dude. You know what? 223, 556 goes through it. No.
Yeah. But the 223, 556 will be louder.
Yeah.
So you want silence against body armor.
It depends on where you're at. If you're in the middle of the city, maybe you do want loud sound because people will be like, "Oh shit, stay away from this fucking neighborhood. These motherfuckers are worse than McCloskey's. They'll actually shoot your fucking ass."
So I want to say something to Persian Prepper. Can you put this on the big screen? I want to show him something.
Oh, okay.
I promise. I bought this axe and a knife from these people, and it's called Condor Tool and Knife. And I'm serious. When I bought this, I looked at this brochure, and I thought of you, Persian. I thought, man, look at these freaking badass knives right here.
Oh yeah, they look like from my country.
Yes, and I was like, I swear, I was like, man, I bet Persian would like the shit out of these because their stuff is good, heavy duty quality.
What is this called? Condor what?
Condor
Tool and Knife.
Hold on, let me write this down.
Yeah, write it down, Pete, because check it out, brother. They got all, look at all this stuff.
Oh,
man.
yeah, that's right my alley.
Yes, look at all this stuff they make, dude. Danger's cut me off.
Ah.
Can you show me the front again, how you write this down?
Condor Tool and Knife. Yeah. I swear, Pete, I thought about you. I was like, man, I bet Pete would like the shit out of this book.
Yeah, you know, when you go back to the front page where the swords are. Okay, the second one. Yeah,
Send me that axe.
My dad had one of those.
Yeah.
I want that axe. The middle one.
Look at them spears too that they got, man. They got spears. Dude, they got hatchets and axes. They got all kinds of throwing knives.
Cool. Hold on.
Nice machete too.
I did not find any website. They sell something like this connected on a stick.
Now that's a knife.
On a stick.
Now that's a knife, Pete.
Oh no, this is a toothpick.
So I want to make this very clear. Not every arrowhead is made the same. All right. This arrowhead will not go through body armor, no matter if it's soft armor or, hard armor or what have you, because of its shape. This arrow definitely will not go through body armor because of its shape. This arrow won't even go through a bird because of its shape. This arrow will go through a bird because of its shape. The same thing applies with a broadhead, or for that matter, a bodkin point. And bodkins were made specifically for defeating body armor. So when you go and talk about, no, a bow won't shoot through body armor, I beg to differ. I've done a lot of study on this. A bodkin will go right through body armor. All right, like hot knife meet butter as far as Kevlar is concerned.
You have to tell me. I don't believe that.
Steel, well, it may not go through the body armor, but it's going to end up skipping up, and if it skips up in the right spot, it's going to go right up through their head. So, does it really matter?
Well,
talking about one hell of a lucky shot there, if you're asking.
Well, I don't.
Dude, that's like getting shot. It's like getting shot with a 223 with a fucking half-inch plate. And I've got the Spartan armor with the sprawl plate, so it kind of catches some of the bullet. But like seriously, that's a lucky shot that it ricochets right up into your fucking jaw.
Yeah, it'd be a really lucky shot. I'm not denying that. Or if you're Lars Anderson, it'd be a really good shot. But the simple fact of the matter is no, you're not going to defeat steel armor with an arrow, and you're not likely to do that with just your average everyday hunting rifle either.
Nope. Most of them will take 308, 306, and some of them even higher.
Yeah, some of them will go up to 338 as long as it's just a full metal jacket. Now, if you're talking armor penetrating rounds, it's a whole different story. And like I said,
It all comes down to your projectile. Is it built specifically for defeating that? And there are new arrows on the market. Well, not necessarily on the market, but that are available to certain people of a tactical inclination that can defeat
Good night, cute lady.
steel body armor. All right. And that being said, they utilize the same idea that, anti-tank weapons used back in World War II. Yes, Persian.
So how much are those bow and arrow that you just have? So if I want to buy one, how much are those?
Okay. The newer ones are pretty cheap. They run around like, 250, 260 for the bow itself. Then you have to put all the different fun accoutrement on there. And arrows are not cheap. Okay. You want to go for something that's a little bit more spendy. Just trust me on this.
So can you use even steel arrows?
Sure, you can use steel arrows, but there's a likelihood you're going to end up having it explode on the bow. And if it explodes on the bow, it can end up hurting you really, really, really bad.
And flight dynamics of some woods are much better anyway.
Yeah. And flight dynamics of aluminum are pristine. That's why you see me with all these aluminum arrows. These things are about $12 an arrow. All right. And that's just for the shaft. That's not for the arrowhead, the insert that we put the arrowhead in, the fletching, the nocks, none of that.
Yeah, I don't want you to laugh at me now, okay? When I say something, okay? I was wondering if I could use my kebab sticks on my arrow, if I get a bow.
Save that for your spear.
They are steel.
I know, but I would suggest against it.
Oh, okay.
It's a special type of hardened steel that they make arrows out of.
Save that for a spear, Pete, or in close weapon.
Melee. That's a melee weapon right there.
Yes, melee, exactly.
This only $1.50 in the Persian store.
Those are melee weapons right there, brother.
Somebody gets in tight with you, that's when you pull that.
Oh, okay.
The steel arrows, they are they're actually specifically special made by a machining company. I can't remember what the company is off the top of my head. I'd have to go and research it again. I shoot aluminum arrows because one, they're on the cheaper side of the better arrows, and they're all perfectly balanced. All aluminum arrows are perfectly balanced. And yeah, people have been shooting carbon fiber since the early 90s, but here's the rub of it. Not all carbon fiber is built to take the bows that are out there. All aluminum arrows will take any bow out there.
If you're talking reusable arrows as a warrior out in the battlefield, aluminum's probably going to be your best bet, right?
Yes.
Bullfrog, check your email.
Did you send him the link?
Yes.
Thank you, because he won't give me fucking email.
It's not too heavy. The way that they make a steel arrow instead of doing it in a tubular fashion like aluminum is they do it in a solid stock fashion. However, it's very thin. It's almost like a skewer instead of an arrow.
I want a second opinion.
Go right ahead.
I mean, I honestly, like I said from the get-go, I've never even shot a crossbow in my life. Well, technically, yeah, but it was like one of them little 8-inch ones that had like a 30-pound draw. I mean, you could probably shoot a tree from like 10 yards and maybe the dart would stick.
Airgun guy, do you remember back in the 70s, or bows from the 70s, they were bear bows that were about 40 pounds. They were green. And me and my brother had one, and we those were hours of entertainment bows, and they were basic bows, but I recommend that for all the kids these days. Wow, what fun we had.
A longbow. A simple youth longbow is excellent.
Absolutely.
Definitely get into a youth longbow. If you've got kids, it's a great entertainment value. It's a good
Family
to teach
sport.
kids dangerous items.
Good night, Chevo.
Okay.
You have a good one, brother.
Family sport, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Chevo, have a happy Father's Day, brother.
Yes,
Happy Father's Day.
Night, Chevo.
Have a good night.
Like I said, all of my arrows are aluminum. I don't shoot my carbon fiber arrows anymore. I had one of them actually shatter on my bow, on my recurve, and it ended up hurting me pretty bad. So I don't shoot carbon fiber anymore. I made a specific point about that one. I've seen a lot of people
wood
shoot
arrows
carbon fiber, and I
myself,
look at them like they're crazy, and I take several steps back when they shoot. I watched somebody else have a carbon fiber arrow blow up on him, and then I suggested aluminum arrows, and he shot those till he died.
I'm a wood arrows guy, but I understand where you're coming from with that, because if you're out in the field, that's going to be your best way of recovering your arms and reusing them.
Yep. And yeah, armament, I haven't shot a bow in years, specifically because I have that injury to the midsection, and it very much so hurts whenever I draw a bow back. I'm still sitting here with the bubble guts because of it.
Okay, that's fun. Yeah, come on, change the topic.
Okay, so
this one time at band camp.
Oh, sorry. I should unmute myself.
150.
I hope you did not play the flute at band camp, because that would have been, first of all, the brown note would have been a very deep note, and probably a terrible tune. So, yeah.
I was trying to get with the chorus teacher. What are you talking about?
Not a band camp.
Brown note.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, come on, Virginia. You've seen me when I was younger.
Yep.
Dangerous.
Tell me that you're fucking. You got a 34-year-old fucking teacher, and she's looking at you. You know, you're freaking just about 18. You know, yeah,
Right.
you're a fucking A student.
Who's
Very
looking at
attentive
who?
in class? Fucking women like that shit.
Yeah.
They're
You
like,
know what? I never had a crush on a teacher, but I can get how, I can get how it would happen. It's a common thing.
teacher. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
They made a song about it.
Yes, sir.
Dangerous loved his band teacher. He was a guy.
You know what I'm saying? Expert flutist.
Dangerous loved his band teacher because he would pull out his flute and say, "Play, hum the national anthem on this, boy."
Yeah. They rewrote the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Real
dude.
quick.
Like serious. Oh, she was pretty hot, dude. Like seriously. And she was going through breakup with her husband too at the time, and I'm like, shit, this would be my chance to get some. But she was more respectable than that. She did not end up sleeping with an underage fucking student.
Right.
And I didn't push it that hard. I mean, did I flirt with her a little bit? Of course. But
yeah. You were a legend in your own mind, but
yeah, I'm telling you.
All right. So, Virginia and Dangerous, y'all go check this out in your own time. All right. This feller that I'm about to go and post in the private chat. All right.
Shit.
This guy is actually one of the premier as far as medieval times go. And he is got all the different equipment, as it were, he's built his own equipment for medieval equipment, and he shoots modern bows too. But he could actually explain it to you better than I can, and he's a professional. So,
all right,
just go ahead and do it real quick. That's
I will grab it.
It's in there, and yeah, this is Todd from Todd's Workshop.
That sounds familiar. I may have actually watched that.
Yeah, I was actually kind of pissed off. I found out I'm unsubbed from him.
I have been having problems with notifications. I'm not getting notified. And even if I go into a channel that, okay, I hear an echo. I don't know if it's me. I don't think it is. But I'm going to mute. Even if I go into a channel that is live, it won't show a live. I'm going to mute and still try to figure this out because I hear an echo. I don't know if it's just me.
Check to see if you got.
Pete, there ain't no echo, is there?
Echo.
Do you hear an echo now?
Nope.
Pete, what about Pete? There ain't no echo, is there? Is there?
Good morning, Racer.
Sound is 5 by 5 all around, you guys. I think it's probably something actually happened at your home.
Okay.
Yep.
I just want to be conscientious. I don't want to.
Yeah, I understand. Good.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
I prefer quick and fast myself.
Yeah. Well, that's.
God, that came out wrong.
That's not what you
I
said.
was just fixing to say.
You know, it's as simple as like be able to pull it, fucking draw it, and boom.
Couple seconds. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas a crossbow or something like that, yeah, or even a fucking shotgun, it's gonna take you a second.
Stop, Born Eraser.
Born Eraser, hello. Oh, barefoot girl.
Sorry. I was kind of like one of them moments where, like, when you see them cats, and they're just like, and they just like bust out with a burst of energy. That was sorry.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna.
Dude, you want to hear something funny? Okay, because in my living room I've got a throw rug, and the cats they'll use it like a cat scratcher type thing, and sometimes they'll pull it back. Well, today I'm fucking walking through the living room and I see this big huge fucking bubble in this thing, and I'm like, the fuck is that? So I lift it up. One of my fucking cats fucking crawled his ass underneath it. Yeah, she just thought it would be a cool place to just hang out, hidden away from everybody. And it's like, dude, all it'd take is one step from Ronnie, and you would be regretting fucking hiding out like that.
Well, you should have figured out where its tail was, and while it was under the rug, and stepped on its tail.
No, she kept
it. Can't scratch you because it's the tail in there. I mean, because of the rug, so it can't scratch you. And man,
no, she. I'll tell you what. When I lifted that thing up, she was all hunkered down, had her tail wrapped around her feet. Yeah, crazy fucking cat. Okay, what are we doing now?
It's that moment of uncomfortable silence.
Okay,
not sure what's going on.
Why does silence have to be uncomfortable?
Right. So here's a question for everybody. What
silence uncomfortable?
No. All right. What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you when you were a teenager?
Oh Lord. Just one?
Well, we'll start with one. We'll work our way down the list.
Okay. I'll have to think a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it was
the time I had 17-year-old-ish friends over to my house, and we had a bifold door bathroom in the basement. And without thinking, I went and opened up the bifold door, and one of my friends was in there, a lady friend, and I was so embarrassed for weeks I couldn't even talk to her.
So they were banging in the bathroom.
No. She was in there having a pee, but I opened the door on her.
Oh. God, you call that embarrassing? Oh my God, I call that a laughable moment. Are you kidding me? It's like I could walk in Virginia taking a piss. I'd just be like, oh.
It was the girl in particular, though. Like you knew that it upset her, right?
When I was 16, when I was about 16 years old, I walked in on so it was a friend of my mom's, but at the time when I was 16, they was like 40 years old or something, and so I walked in, actually about 38. I walked in and she had just stepped out of the shower and she didn't have the towel over. It was a friend of my mom's. She was a good looking chick. I walked right in on her. She's standing there butt naked.
You poor bastard.
I know it. It was so horrible.
The pain.
Okay, when I was 15, me and my buddy got into a drunk driving accident, and I made my way home before the cops made it out to the crash site, which happened to be his house, which was convenient. But yeah, the cops ended up showing up at my house about half an hour later, and I'm sitting there trying to sober up. I mean, we were both fucking lit. Yeah, the first time the cops came to my house looking for me, that is probably one of the most embarrassing times, because I shouldn't have gotten caught.
That's a really tough one. I didn't do too many embarrassing things when I was super young. I didn't. Yeah. Well, actually, I did.
Solo. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did. Well, actually, yeah, that one does top having the cops show up at the door. But I already went down that road. I think we covered.
We waited till we were adults. Yeah.
I think we covered the Bow Road. Yeah. Most embarrassing moment of your life. Oh
yeah.
My God.
I mean, that story was amazing. Dangerous, but I didn't do anything that was really atrociously embarrassing or self-embarrassing, I guess, till I was a lot older. But I had things happen. Like when I was about 14, I was in the LDS temple in Nikko, Japan. And I was on my cycle at the time. And there was this room in the temple where you were walking from one room to another. And I fucking fell down the stairs. I fell down the stairs, and I was wearing a gown. So my gown went up over my shoulders and everything. And I'm during my lady moment. So they saw everything, like just a mess of diaper and lady stuff. And I was a young girl, and that was so freaking embarrassing. I would say that was one thing. To this day, I still have nightmares about falling down the stairs wearing a dress while I'm on my period.
Look out, Exorcist. Holy shit. God, I mean, dude, that sounded like the Exorcist coming down, falling down the stairs, blood everywhere. Yeah.
Very Freudian.
Oh, you have no idea.
God, that's the next movie I want to watch. Exorcist 3. That's a good one. That's a good one. The second one kind of sucked. The first one I thought was fucking excellent, dude. Especially the uncut version where it shows you all the fucking clips that they don't show you on like the TV version. Yeah, it's super creepy. And actually part 4 was pretty damn good too. where they have the buried temple or the buried church.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fucking.
Yep.
I
Interesting
love it.
energy.
I like how they did that movie series.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I do have a good one when I was older. I was roughly 30, and I was actively in bed with an individual, and someone busted into the room, and I fell off the bed and landed on a radio that was on the floor, and the radio turned on and started
Ouch.
playing the first song that was on the channel, and it and the first line that came out was, "She's a good girl from Texas." Dun, 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 dun.
What are the odds?
Right? Like, what the fuck, man? It was the worst timing. The best line to a song to start that moment. I was on the floor like splayed. You know, I mean, you ask for embarrassing, that's embarrassing. Sorry. I didn't mean to blow your minds. Well, you know.
I've got a couple of puke stories, but nothing that's super embarrassing. More like just typical fucking teenage crap. You fucking drink till you puke.
For sure.
I'll take self-deprecation for 300, Alex.
Right? I'll take the daily double. Fuck it.
How can I embarrass myself today?
And I am not going back over it. However, I will leave this stream up.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst they can do? Take me down because I got chased around when I was a kid?
Right. Yeah, we all go through it.
You guys notice now that as you're older, we seem to have less social contact with people. But were you all bullied as kids? I think we probably all went through it to a certain extent until you stood up, right?
Yep. I was bullied because I went through puberty really young. I was 11 when I started my period. I was already 5'10" when I was 11 years old. And
you're the tall bitch in the class.
Yeah, but I lived on Guam. So not only was I the tall bitch, but I was literally their Sasquatch. And so going through those bodily changes and those psychological changes and being in a incredibly interesting and beautiful culture, there were still some people that came in and bullied. My nickname was Olive Oil, reference to Popeye, you know. But yeah, I was bullied. I was bullied because I was young, developed, very tall. I did not fit in. I look Asian, but I didn't fit in as far as to them, I was a gargantuan anomaly. And yeah, I took a lot of shit. Actually.
My point being is, who doesn't have to take a little bit of time to fit into the crowd, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's why, like I always say, I've lived in this neighborhood for almost 30 freaking years on and off. I know this area like the back of my hand. It's my 10-mile radius, dude. I can get anywhere within 10 miles in one day, and I won't even be on a fucking street. I'll be taking underpasses and, canals and fucking you name it, dude.
Yeah. I know that Pete has gone through similar, and I know that Blaine has gone through similar, and Remote, I don't know all of your stories as well, but and Backwoods, if he's taking a break, I don't want to bring him up.
I'm here.
But we all have, right?
The airgun guy in Backwoods, what do you got to bring in on that topic? Were you bullied as kids?
Consistently.
I did.
And I got bullied so much that I turned into the bully.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I became a very nice man to a boy that's going to say, fuck you, motherfucker.
I did to a point until one day my dad got mad when I was coming home, and he said, "I'm tired of seeing them boys bully you." And my dad put that hand across my head pretty good, and I kind of wobbled around a little bit, but then I kind of looked at him, and he said, "Ain't none of them boys down there ever can hit you that hard." And he said, "So don't let me see you getting bullied again." And,
when I was in grade 7, a kid tried to roast me for some money, and I kicked him in the jaw. And the next day, my brother came home and said, my twin brother actually, and said, this guy's trying to roast me for bucks. And I said, boot him in the jaw like I did. And he did the same thing. Nobody messed with us after that. You got to stand up.
Well, let me put it to you this way. So, when I was younger, I was bullied so often because I was short, and I was short, but I was quick. So people would call me. They'd say I was quick like a cat, and then that automatically made me a pussy. And so they'd sit there and they'd try to goad me into a fight. Well, one day I was sitting there on the freaking playground, I was probably first grade or whatever, and this kid's sitting there and he punches me right in the mouth. Now, you know, I've been bullied for several weeks before this, but my dad finally just stood up. You know, he was one of the guys that he would come over and, you know, shovel off the parking lot, so we didn't have snow all over the place. Anyways, he stood up from where he was sitting at talking with the older gentleman, walked over, he looked me in the eye, and he said, "Are you going to take it back from him?" And I said, "What?" He said, "Your blood." And my dad said, and I said to my dad, "But he hit me." And he goes, "So what the fuck do you think I expect you to do?" We settled it right there on the playground. He never hit me again.
Amen.
I just always had bigger friends next to me. So they couldn't outnumber us.
Right.
You know, if it was a one-on-one, I always did fine. But I never ran into too many fucking bullies. I mean, there was a couple of guys that tried to push themselves around, but like you say, you know, I didn't fucking give an inch, and they were like, you know what, fuck it, it's not worth it, or whatever.
Roast somebody else.
Yep, they realized I wasn't gonna take their shit. Not to mention, half of the fucking bullies were probably buying weed from me anyways.
Well,
I hope it was good weed.
Now, well, back then it was that fucking Mexican dirt weed, but I had pretty good stuff.
It was better than nothing.
Yeah, compared to nowadays, no, it wasn't nothing. But back then, that's what we got.
Yeah, I'm 61 years old. I smoked Mexican for the first, well, not the first, but from, say, about 12 on. From about 12 to 32, I smoked probably mostly all Mexican and then got some Colombian after that.
Yeah, big difference.
We had. See, I guess I understand because you live in a desert, so I don't know about this dirt weed stuff. We always had stuff called skunk weed.
Yeah.
And because of the climate here, and then we also, you know, we had some stuff grown in a county, Snowball, well, a town called Snowball, Arkansas, and we used to get a lot of weed from there, and it was the seeds were white. They were not even green. I mean, they weren't, you know, they were solid white. The seeds were, and man,
what you talking about, Willis? That's weird, eh? Albino seeds?
Yes, they would, and it was really weird that the town was called Snowball, and I'm telling you,
that's interesting.
It was some of the best pot you'd ever get in your life, man. It tasted so good, and it just
Were the buds white too with
no,
their resin?
no. It was dark green, real healthy looking. Had a lot of purplish red hairs in it.
It's Pete.
Oh, I love purple. I love purple.
Yeah.
What I grew from Thailand from original seeds. This is what eventually became Northern Lights. What was distributed as that, but when it was in its infancy, it was purple. It was a pure purple plant. I grew it. A friend of mine started it, and his wife was pissed. I went and got his plants. I finished them up, and they went from here to wherever else. But what is Northern Lights I was involved in. I'll just say that. I'll admit it.
Hell, you can't find weed that has seeds in it now.
Nope.
Done. Very rare.
Yeah, they bred them out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only females. Thank you.
Well, see, y'all.
Or male. No, only female.
Again,
Females.
I'm sorry y'all live where y'all live, but we can get it either way. That way because we preserve seeds, so we can get it with seeds or without seeds.
You're using exact technology for days and light and all these things that are necessary for that, then yes, absolutely. But that's far beyond your average home person, right?
Do what now?
To get seeds. To farm seeds and then distribute it that's a huge. There's a lot of infrastructure involved in that, effort and time. Whereas if you can just grow it for yourself, right?
Well,
Virginia.
I don't know about all this. I don't know about all the distribution and stuff. We're just talking about
no. Yeah, we're talking about seeds and like reproducing.
Yeah.
Like Virginia, can you reproduce what you've got?
Yeah, I would have to clone, but it's not going to go to seed.
Cloning is different. I would buy some clones before seeds, right?
Yep. Yeah. I would have to clone and take clippings. My bush is from some seeds that I saved years ago. When Washington went from medical to recreational, we lost our clone stores. And so I only had the seeds that I had saved over years. And I germinated as many as I could. I got as many as I could going. And there's one that took off, and that is the bush that all of you know and love.
The finest yellow rose bush there ever was.
It is, yes. It's pretty freaking nice, actually. I've almost got it wall to wall in the room. And,
yeah, I know. You need to trim that damn bush.
Believe it or not, I trim it every day. Every day. It grows back.
Oh,
so
sorry,
fast.
I love you.
But it's not going to go to seed. I don't want it to go to seed because then it would be the wrong thing, So the only thing I can do is take clippings and try to root them.
I love you, girl.
Thank you.
Great sense of humor, and you can hang in there with the guys anytime. Wow, I love you.
Oh, I can hang all right. Hanging low.
Yeah, man. She'd be like that badass bitch from the fucking Hunt.
Yep. Actually, when I was watching that, I was like, man, thank you, Dangerous. That's giving me inspiration,
I'm telling you, it's a fucking badass flick, dude.
Yeah.
She just fucks them.
You should see some of the bushes around here. I'm a professional bush trimmer. We have like seriously.
I've trimmed a couple in my day too.
If you've
Ladies
seen
and gentlemen, we have found the gutter.
Hold on. If you've seen the bushes out front, you would see that I make different shapes and stuff out of the bushes. And what it does is it talks individually to each individual person. It's when they see this good looking bush out there, they look and they say, man, that inspires me in such a way, So that's the whole thing, is that when you really get good at bush trimming, you can actually talk to people through the trimming of the bush.
You're killing me, Backwoods. You're killing me, man.
I know, right?
Did you have to go through? Do you have to go through college to get that?
Call me a bushwhacker.
Yeah.
I'm a bushmaster.
I am a bushwhacker.
Oh, y'all ain't right.
But Backwoods is absolutely right, because you do gain communication with any of your plants. It doesn't have to be my type of bush. It can be any type, and you do. Trim it up, you talk to it, it does what you want it to do. It's like magic.
So damn hairy.
Hi, Polar.
Kind of fuzzy.
Hello.
Speaking of a non-trimmed bush.
I know.
I'm kidding, brother. I'm kidding.
This bush ain't seen no trim since October.
I'm kidding, brother.
They still taste the same.
What?
Oh yeah, it's being lippy.
Yeah, I heard him. He was being lippy. That was a good way to put it. You were definitely being lippy.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Very well.
What kind of lips?
Right.
Well,
Two lips.
It was a late night tonight at work, so don't mind me if I catch up to real quick, okay?
All right, go ahead.
Oh, wait. We got to do the count.
Oh, no count. I got to catch up, and then I got to catch up first. I'm like 2 hours behind right now, so I got to get 2 hours ahead.
Oh, catch up tomorrow and then join us. We were just talking about
No,
bush.
I got to catch up. I got to catch my buzz up.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, he's got to catch up. Yeah,
I'm sorry. I misinterpreted what you meant. Yes.
See, you got a lot of catching up if you're going to catch up with me.
Rip
Okay,
curl.
so that was a 7-second.
I see you. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that one of the things, if you don't trim the bush correctly, it can speak, that it's not that. Well, I mean, if it's all raggedy looking and stuff, it speaks volumes of not wanted, not wanting any attention, and so, you just got to make sure you do it correctly.
Okay, so you went Miyagi on it. I got you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Well, yeah, you can even have, if you're, when you get really good at it, you can make layers to where it starts out like, kind of like stair steps down. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Dude, it totally reminds me of Karate Kid, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
So, before we get too far off the bushy topic, I thought that Remote had something to say.
Yes. And by the way, chat, you're killing me. Like, I just can't reply to everybody, but I see you.
I'm good, you guys. Just listening. It's having fun.
Go ahead, Blaine. Sorry.
Well, anyways, I'm watching the chat and I'm like, dude, Rip Curl, that, wow. He likes getting a bush watered. I just like getting a watery bush.
Well, it's gotta be moist.
Yeah.
You gotta keep your bush moist, man. I mean, it's kind of, because otherwise it dries out, through the heat and everything, and it becomes kind of bad looking, when it dries out. So you want to definitely keep it moist.
For sure. And just like a bonsai, you have to train it. The way you clip it is the way it's going to grow. It will go to the sun. So
I don't know. My pussy doesn't like to get wet.
Oh, but you don't have one, right?
Actually, I got like
Yes,
5.
he does.
I was trying to get him a break.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it should be vagina freedom instead of dangerous freedom.
Wait, what happened now? Did I get trolled?
Who left?
No way.
Good night. Let's see. Oh, remote viewer, you're out of here. Oh yeah.
Oh, did he leave? Oh no.
Yeah. We must have gotten too far down the rabbit hole for him.
Oh no, that's not a rabbit hole. That is a freaking. That is the pit of hell.
Oh shit! It could be your best friend or your worst enemy.
A quick shameless plug here.
His wife walked in the background. You guys were talking about bushes, and he had to cut loose.
Yeah, that is probably it.
Oh shit! Gotta cut this shit off.
My wife's out of town, so I'm out here by myself.
Well,
no, I don't.
Hey, as long as you don't go trimming your bush live on camera, I think we're all right.
Yeah.
No, I did that earlier.
He records it when he cuts.
I did that earlier.
I say push it up.
Navy vet.
Let it grow.
9 months trying to find your way out of it. The rest of your life trying to get back into it.
Yep.
That's a good one, Navy. Oh boy. God.
Whew. Oh, all right, guardsman.
Are you catching up yet?
I think I'm pretty close to where I should be for freaking the time frame right now.
All right.
I drank 4 of them real quick. I figured I probably would have been home about 2 hours ago. 4 and 2 hours, probably roughly about right for the first 2 hours. I don't know. We'll find out.
All right. Well, I need to catch up with y'all because I ain't even had one yet.
Oh.
Well, that sounds like your problem, man, because you're lagging way behind, bro. What's up, man? And I mean, like when we're marching in order and everything, I mean, are you the one I've got to reach back and grab you by the shirt collar, and pull you to us, or what? I mean,
no, because I'm the one who's already standing at the front of the ranks.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Everybody knows that I get distracted.
No, you're not, because you're lagging behind. You just admitted it.
No, I'm lagging behind on the booze.
Well,
you're lagging behind on the brain cells, there, Hoss.
But I can promise you, there's no.
It's feisty here tonight.
Well, I'm just saying, he's the one who said that he was lagging behind.
I know. First we were talking about bushes, now we're talking about this. Is it a full moon tonight?
Good night, Susanna.
Good night, Susanna. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs die. Yeah. Ooh, I saw a video one time where somebody had bed bugs. I don't think you want bed bugs.
Susanna.
We're worried about them. We're worried about telling them don't let them bite. Taking my bush to bed, y'all.
Oh man.
Right.
Yeah. Look.
Night, Susanna.
I can go either way, but I honestly prefer a bush. I mean, maybe I'm just
You're
old.
a child of the 70s, huh?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. It's all good.
I don't know. There's something. I think it's just because, like, clean shaving it has become such a common practice.
It's annoying.
Yeah, what's what I'm saying. When you do see a woman with a little bush there, it's almost kind of it's a turn on. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like some guys have hairy backs. I mean, dude, I'd never like. That's just nasty, dude. Like, seriously, go get waxed or something.
I got hair on my back.
I mean, dude, what kind of women like a fucking hairy back? Like, I mean, I find it disgusting, and I'm a fucking guy, man.
I don't know.
Shave that damn shit.
Yeah, a lot of guys have hair on their back. A lot of them just shave it.
Well, you got to have a woman to shave it.
Yeah, the woman shaves it. Exactly. I don't think. I mean, a hairy back is. I mean,
depends on how hairy, right?
Yeah, like if it's a full bear, then it is definitely like, okay, maybe trim it up. I would say that we're kind of saying the same analogy. If, we're talking like a Sasquatch, then, maybe try and something.
You don't want a guy.
Are you Italian? Look,
Yeah.
I could pull this down. You could still see my tits.
Morning, Eric.
Can't really see my chest hair for my tattoos, but
yeah.
I mean, I guess as long as they don't look like they got a sweatshirt on when they got a shirt off.
Yeah. I think it depends on the person, honestly. Some women love it.
Italians especially. You get that Italian blood in there, man. You fucking just hairy motherfuckers. Like Chewbacca.
I got a lot of chest hair, and I even hair on my stomach, and I've dated girls that like it was turn on to them. I looked more like a man to them.
Yeah.
And then I've met other women that were like, they want their guy they want their guy to be just silky smooth. I think it's your personal preference.
Yeah, exactly. And how in the fuck do you shave your own back? That's a good one, man. Yeah. But you know what? Hey, that's an idea, dude.
The back
shaver. You can create something. It's the easy back shaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how to do that. You take one of them battery powered little beard shaper buzzers.
Oh shit.
You hook that to a piece of dowel rod and you just
there you go. Kind of like you guys ever seen when you vacuum a pool, they got that real long pipe. You vacuum, you just have a shaver with on the pipe.
Yeah.
Lawsuits incoming.
Because you're telling people to just like shave their back. They're gonna cut themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Sandpaper and a long stick. I don't.
I think it depends on the people and persons.
Yeah, I mean, look. Obviously, like if you're a guy and you got a hairy back and you get with a girl that doesn't like it, she's gonna shave it for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thing is, it grows back.
Yeah. I've never had the problem of women who don't like hairy men because I'm just so freaking hairy that it shows.
Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, I have a confession. I'm yellow and white, and I hated wearing a bathing suit, not for the reason that some of you folks might think, but because I have hair on my back, down my spine. It's sort of a cultural thing. My arms are hairy, my spine is hairy, my belly, where especially after I got pregnant and had children, I have a dark brown line and hair there. There's actually something called the Mongolian bruise, which some parents got accused of child abuse for, but it's a brown blue spot above the coccyx of a baby, and it looks huge. It can look like that child got beat, but it is a genetic anomaly that occurs with certain Asian cultures. My child right now still has his Mongolian bruise. It's about the size of a silver dollar, a big blue spot that looks like someone punched him, but he was born with it. And yeah, I didn't want to wear any kind of underwear that would show my body on the beach or anything like that, because I was so freaking embarrassed because, my hair, some of us can be hairier than others,
Well, fortunately, we're in 2021 now, and, we don't body shame people anymore.
Yeah.
That's toxic culture. So we don't do that. Hey, we don't body shame no more dangerous.
Hey, man, no, we still body shame. We just don't fucking point and laugh at people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you better not.
We do it in our mind.
Yeah, you can do it in your mind. Don't do it verbally. That's not cool.
Well, yeah, you don't want to offend somebody's beefies.
No, it's not about offending them. It's just about being a good person.
Well, I mean, it's like my ex-wife, man. When I met her, I mean, she was built very nicely. And she was for a while. And then she's just let herself go to shit. And she started growing a fucking mustache and shit. And I'm like, oh, God. You don't even want to have sex with that.
Listen, a lot of women, as they age, their what is it? Roots the chemical that makes you a woman.
I don't know.
Estrogen.
Estrogen. Their estrogen levels lower and their testosterone level. Same with guys.
Yep.
Sometimes as guys get older, their testosterone levels go down, estrogen levels go up. That's why sometimes you see guys with bitch tits,
Right.
they call them. But and my grandmother had a mustache. I mean, it wasn't like a mustache like I got or like guardsman's got, but
Yeah. Yeah. No, but yeah, it's noticeable. Yeah.
Well,
I've got Italian and Native American. So as my two really hairy heritages, a lot of people don't know this, but Native Americans are actually really hairy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, you always see the Native Americans clean shaven, looking really in all the pictures. That's utter bullshit. Most Native Americans could grow fur here and here. They couldn't grow a full Fu Manchu, and some of them can't grow a mustache. But all Native Americans grow hair, facial hair. On top of that, all Native Americans have really hairy chests, and it starts to grow over to the backside. It's that actual thing. Yes, it is. I've talked to different people, different folks from different tribes, and it is a thing.
Persian's over there looking for his chest hair. He can't find it.
He might have some curlies. I don't know. Oh, nope.
That was my father. My father was like, was really weird because my father, he could grow a beard, but he had no chest hair, none. None, absolutely none. And at 15, I had chest hair, and he'd be jokingly give me some of that. He's trying to rip it off me, put it on his chest. But but my uncle on my mother's side, not our face, but as far as hair goes, my uncle on my mother's side, me and him kind of have the same hair body type. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're both I got hair on my toes.
I'm part Cherokee.
Yeah.
And I've always looked back at all the histories and tried to figure out why is it that I could grow facial hair here first, right? And here. And I couldn't grow a full beard at the time. But I also would look back and I'd be like, why are all these pictures of, Cherokee people, of Lakota people, of all these different nations, why were they all clean, just clean shaven, baby smooth? And then I realized something. They all shaved.
Yeah, the integration of the white man. The white man brought that shaving shit over.
No. White man didn't bring shaving.
Oh.
They shaved with a piece of flint shard. And the reason why is it was ceremonial.
Oh, okay.
It was improper to even speak in the presence of the matriarch of the tribe if you were not clean shaven.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Oh, who's it? John T said, sorry, boy.
Then yeah, Cherokee people were hairy.
He said, if that lady part looks like Pulliver's chin, I'm not. I'm out.
Yeah, I've been muting because I'm laughing so hard at John T. I'm laughing at all of you. This is difficult to keep together. Very funny.
I like my beard. This is the first time in my life, thanks to COVID, I've been allowed to grow it like this because at work I look like this. So you can't tell me to shave what you don't know I have. You know what I mean? So and to me, this is gonna sound whatever it sounds like, but I feel like a man feels a little bit more like a man when he can have a beard, because a beard is one of those kind of things that typically separates men from women. Women don't typically have a beard, and fuck, I forgot where I was going with that. I'm catching up on them beards. I forgot where I was going.
Yes, I'm incredibly hairy myself.
Guardsman, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The other thing is the whole shaving idea, from my understanding, is really goes back to a signature or a sign of wealth. Like, long time ago, only wealthy people could clean shave themselves. So it was a sign of, and that's why you see guys in suits clean shaved all the time. And it's like that clean shavingness was a sign of wealth. But you know what? This is 2021. Like look at the richest people in the world, like Bill Gates. That motherfucker's walking around in a t-shirt and blue jeans. You know what I mean? So your appearance being a reflection of your wealth is not a fair statement anymore. You know what I mean?
Right. It's not a debonair judgment.
No, because you could look at somebody, let's say they got a Gucci hat on, Louis Vuitton shoes, like they're wearing $5,000 worth of clothes and a $10,000 chain or whatever. That's all their money right there. They're wearing it. And then you got guys like, of course, normally you see Bezos pictured in a suit, but like, I guarantee you on the normal, that guy's not walking around in a suit. He does that when he's working. He's probably walking around in a t-shirt and jeans and some penny loafers.
I dress for comfort myself.
Even better.
I don't give a shit about what I look like.
Well, hey guys, I'm getting ready to pass the hell out.
Oh.
I'm already pushing 13 hours on like 5 hours of rest.
Where's the
and my coffee? I already expended all the caffeine regiment I had in my body. I am literally about to fall asleep on the stream. I want to thank everybody for coming over and hanging out. Thank you for
welcome at the after party
movies with me, Virginia.
Yep.
And I'll keep that in mind. Maybe if I do like a middle of the afternoon one, I'll just shoot you an email and a text and be like, hey, do you want to watch a movie with me? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, folks, I'll give you all a minute to say your adioses. I don't know. You don't have to stay, or you don't have to go to bed, but I am, so.
You don't have to go to bed, but I am.
Yes.
You ain't got to go to bed. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. So, why don't y'all come over to my place for the after party? That'd be Guardsman on 134. It will be under the name Dangerous Freedom After Party. Okay.
I'm only going if Roots is going.
I'll be there.
Just kidding. I was going anyway.
Yeah, I know. Love you.
All right, everybody. All right, Guardsman on 134.
Big Jim, Little Jim, Slim Jim. See ya.
Yep.
All right. Love y'all.
Good night, Dangerous.
Good night, Pete.
Night, everyone.